gearing up for war, don't get it mixed up. I come in peace, kid. I'm bringing commentary and the new releases. I put them hours in to get prepared now. We play on expert level, don't be scared now. I'ma destroy you on a Forza, I can tear down. If you ain't tuned into the channel, keep your head down. Cut the fix up with some Xbox babies, put the switch up. See me gearing up for war, don't get it mixed up. I come in peace, kid. I'm bringing commentary and the new releases. I put them hours in to get prepared now. We play on expert level, don't be scared now. I'ma destroy you on a Forza, I can tear down. If you ain't tuned into the channel, keep your head down.
Hello, welcome to The Fix. You're here with your man, Infinite Umbra, joined by several of the most elite in gaming, that being Assassin, that being Crusader, and that being Daniel J. McGee, for your listening pleasure. Applaud us in the chat. Acknowledge us. Anyway, thank you all for joining us. It's technically Zach. Thank you for the 100th episode. Shout out. This is the 100th, but it's technically not. We had one episode that was dedicated to something else, and I didn't. I'm saying this to excuse myself, mind you, because I didn't get everybody aligned. Hold on, let me make sure. He said the audio is low. Thank you, Jax. Jax has been there to make sure we get things right. I appreciate you over time. Oh, it is. It did. It corrected. Thank you. It sure did. It turned me low. Is that better, Zach? Jax, rather? Can you hear me better now? You should be able to. Thank you. So I did not get everybody aligned yet to appear on the 100th. So this is technically the 99th, 99 plus point, I guess 0.5, if you will. So think of this as 99.5, right? Like this is the ghost episode or something. I don't know. The 100th, I'm going to try to get them for next. If we can't get everybody set and situated for the 100th all together next week, we'll just miss a week and come back strong with that. And I want to have that be a special episode, more on the evergreen side, where we're not just talking like current game news, right? Unless it's super relevant, like, you know, Microsoft goes out of business. Obviously, we're going to talk about that. But, you know, other than that, exactly, Zach. 99 and Biff, absolutely. So listen, we're going to get into this, and we got a lot to cover, and I know we got a lot of thoughts on this current situation, so we got to get the show on the road. Thank you all for being here in the chat. I guess I'll give you all quick shout outs. Soil Tech, my brother, thank you. He's also a member. If you all would like to become a member, please do so. Biff, who was also a member, thank you for being here, brother. Teasy the Goat, my brother, the rapping machine himself. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate you. Punty, welcome, Punty. Isaac Hayes, 85, Mr. Walk On By. Come on, thank you for coming through. Stilo, what's up, brother? Zach Riley. Riley. I'm sorry for that. Zach Riley. Hey, Riley. Zach Riley, thank you for coming through. C. Steph, what's up, brother? Nerds and Other Legends, what's up, my brother? Spider, who was always here with us. Thank you. Appreciate you. And Jax, of course. Was there anyone else? That was about it. So anyone who's lurking, thank you for coming through as well. If you guys could support and share out the tweet I have posted on my timeline, I would appreciate that too, to get more people to come by. I just posted a newer post letting people know that we're live now. Anyway, without further ado, let's get to this housekeeping really quick. I'll start with you, Crusader, my brother. What have you been up to? What have you been playing? Obviously, the current news aside, what have you been up to?
Yeah, so I finished Atomic Heart all but its last DLC, and I kind of put that on hold because one of my friends wanted to start playing a new playthrough of Greg Tech New Horizons. And for anyone who doesn't know what that is a modded Minecraft mod pack. It's the one of the longest running, still in development ones that exists. It's been in development for 11 years now. It's based in Minecraft version 1.7.10, and it is uh for between all players, it requires about 2,000 to 3,000 hours of playtime, like split between anyone, like everyone who's playing. To fully, if you wanted to like fully do the full end game goal, the pack is basically like you go as far as like the goal you set for yourself. We don't know how far we're gonna go, but like we're playing. And right now, like we have Steam technology, so like all of our machines are powered by Steam. You tech up through stuff, and eventually the end goal is to build a Stargate from Stargate.
And you all need accumulated 3,000 hours total to
Basically,
do this.
if we're efficient, we could do it in probably total of 1,200 hours.
Boy.
But only two of us really know what we're doing. The others are just kind of they're hopping in and they're along for the ride.
That would be me. I remember playing with somebody. They had me jump in. They're like, "Oh, you can do this, and then you fly." I'm like, "Huh? What's going on in this world? And why do I have a pickaxe if I can fly? Why do I need this? I'm superhuman."
Yeah. So if anyone's curious, I am doing a running kind of. I'm taking screenshots and I'm doing like a running journal of what we've gotten up to every day or every few days, depending on what's interesting to take screenshots of and what's not.
You know, the thing I found interesting is that you'll see these little blocky little whatever parts, bits and such if you're, the basic level of Minecraft. But then you'll see some masterpieces. Like I've been on TikTok and I've seen like the Hogwarts Castle created. I've seen Chicago here represented.
We're not... so we have one person who's trying to make our base look kind of nice, but the rest of it, like for us, it's more of a... Have you ever played like Factorio or Satisfactory?
Okay.
You ever heard of those games?
I have not. No, I have not.
We're it's more like production lines and stuff like that, logistics.
Okay.
Sounds like a blast, bro.
Yeah.
Truly, my friends and I have a ton of fun playing it. It's not for everyone.
Yeah. Truly Minecraft are the friends you make along the way. Indeed. C-Steph says Umbra doesn't know about creativity games. That's true. When it comes to these types of games where you kind of like, I gotta survive and I gotta go pick this or chop down this tree, and I'm sorry. You already lost me.
It's me with fighting games.
Yeah, I want to hit somebody. Let me punch something. Can I chop something up beside a tree? I don't, Yeah, anyhow. Danny, my good brother, welcome. What have you been up to? What have you been playing, watching, etc.?
Oh boy. So I've been keeping up with Peacemaker. There's a new episode that's going to come out in like an hour and a half that I'm really excited for. The last episode had a truly insane ending. I don't know if anyone's seen the spoilers for it or is keeping up with that show on their own end.
I have, yeah.
But
I heard the plot twist that people called was the plot twist that people called.
Oh my God. Yeah. But like people knowing that that's what it was going to be was not, it didn't like ruin it at all. Like it was truly insane. There's only 2 episodes left in the season and I don't know how they're going to wrap it up, but boy howdy am I excited to see them try. It's so far one of my favorite seasons of TV this year. Easily.
It's that good, huh?
It's real good. Yeah.
Okay.
So highly recommend. Although you do have to watch the first season, you can't just like jump in on 2.
I wouldn't do it anyway. Like I'm staunchly against that. I cannot do it.
I think the first season's this season's 8 episodes. I think the first season's about the same, so it wouldn't take long to get through anyway.
Oh, that's perfect.
I have a friend who jumped in and watched the whole show up to where we are now in like 2 days. So
yeah,
very, very doable.
Yeah, for sure. Palpatine said, so when I get home from work, I like to relax with simulated working. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I finished working. Let me go simulate working harder.
Yeah, let me make sure to optimize my conveyor belts real fast.
Right.
And then let's see, what else have I been up to? I can finally announce that I'm getting a new job, so that's pretty exciting.
Yeah. Congrats.
Thank you. It's a pretty big step up financially, so I'm really looking forward to that. I don't necessarily think the job's going to be super exciting. It's a desk job, but damn, the raise is going to be really, really nice, and I get to work 2 days from home, so I only have to go to the office 3 days a week. It's going to be great. Nice. I'm going to have just so much more time and money, which is honestly, who could ask for more? Honestly,
that you know what that is. That sounds
perfect.
So congrats.
I know. Oh, I'm so excited.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, seriously. I know who to go to when I need some money.
Yeah, sure. Okay. I don't know if it's that much money, but I'll try.
Like, Danny, you mind covering my Game Pass this month?
Sure, man. Let's go for it.
No, man, congratulations. Seriously. I mean, I knew a bit about it, obviously, in the background.
Thank
but
you.
Yeah, man, that's dope. That's great to hear. Especially with, like, so much economic uncertainty right now going on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, because it's crazy. So I have a degree in computer science, and I think that may have helped me get this job slightly. It's not a computer science job at all, but I think just having, like, a higher degree like that helped.
Yeah.
But
it made them feel like, we gotta give them that.
Well, no, it's a huge problem for people in the computer science world right now, where
genuinely, it's awful.
For the last like decade and a half or whatever, we've all been being told like, hey, if you come out of school with a computer degree, like you're guaranteed to find work and it's going to be good paying. And then here we are coming out the other side of school, and everyone in all of the tech industry is getting laid off and replaced by AI. And so there's literally a pandemic of like wildly overqualified people having to work at like Lowe's and retail positions because there are no positions for computer science majors.
That's unfortunate.
The only place that you can really do stuff is if you do like I do physical IT. So like I do stuff with like firewalls and switches and stuff like that, and like we're the only sector of like computer science IT that is growing and not shrinking.
Yeah. Because
we can't be outsourced as easily, or not outsourced, but we can't be replaced by AI as easily.
Yeah, because the AI.
Like there's a physical that like I physically need to put the device in and pre-configure it to the client's requirements, and the AI can't. AI can't do that yet.
Yeah. So I'm pretty lucky to have what I have here. It's I'm basically going from the top of the totem pole at my current job to the bottom of the totem pole at my new job, but getting paid significantly more, which is kind of cool because it means I don't have as much responsibility. And I have like more of a clear ladder up, so I can potentially, better myself even from there. I'm pretty excited about it.
That's a positive.
That's fantastic.
Man. Yeah, for sure.
It's gonna be really cool.
Nerds, another legend said, I personally don't like survival resource management games. It's a chore. I have plenty of that in real life. I feel the same, Nerds. He also said, congrats on a new job, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. And one last thing he said, if you're not getting gift cards with your birthday card from McGee, be offended, Umbra. I agree. So we know what time it is now, Danny. Mr. Moneybags. Yep. Anyway, and to our guest who jumped in, because I saw his tweet and I'm like, you know what? Let me get more rage in here for tonight for this topic. My good brother Assassin, what's up, brother? How you been, and what have you been playing, watching, etc.?
Well, it's good to be here, Umbra. Last I checked, the last time I was here, it was another situation with Microsoft absolutely fucking everything up. I believe the last time I was here, it was when they announced that Outer Worlds 2 would be $80. And surprise, surprise, the next time I appear on the fix, it's another situation of Microsoft absolutely fucking the pooch.
Well, maybe they'll walk this one back like they did the first one you're talking about.
I don't know about that, Danny. I do not know about that. But as far as what I've been into, like Umbra, I think I mentioned this in chat like 2 weeks ago. I was actually trying out Shinobi.
Yes, sir.
And I just finished the third zone. I am absolutely loving it.
Yes, sir.
I actually like this one more than Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, which I played last
Ooh.
year. Yeah, I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but
No, that's a
I'm
high
at-
praise. That's what that is. Because Prince of Persia: Lost
Yeah.
Crown is fantastic.
yeah, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown was like an 8.5. Then Shinobi is definitely like a 9, 9.5 even. But I've been enjoying it. I waited to get the physical copy. Absolutely worth the wait. Love the box art.
Nice.
Other than that, I've been actually replaying Returnal because that gameplay that I saw of Saros last
Oh,
week from
yeah.
the State of Play is like, you know what? I need to actually go back and actually finish that game because it was a lot of fun from what I remember, and I actually beat the first biome's boss in like 2 hours. I was like, I don't remember how anything plays. I don't remember the enemy. I don't remember the combats that much. All I remember is that it was fast and that it was fun for a while.
Fast and fun.
But
great combination.
Fast
for
and
gaming.
fun. Absolutely. Not just gaming. Outside of gaming too, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah. You know,
But,
the thing about that too is like I saw Saros and I also got hyped, and I own Returnal. I have yet to play it. I got it on Steam. I have yet to play it, so I got to get into that soon. That's something.
Yeah, you and I should play a couple cycles. I don't know. Does it have crossplay?
I think it. I don't know.
Multiplayer?
For multiplayer, does it have crossplay for that for Returnal?
I don't know. It had multiplayer.
I know it has co-op, but I don't know if it has crossplay.
Yeah, I got to look into that. It does have a co-op though, like a little co-op thing you can do, which I thought was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I think they added it like a year after launch, maybe a bit
Okay,
earlier.
okay,
but
so it was not okay.
Yeah, not initially.
it wasn't at
That makes
launch.
me
No.
feel less insane.
Yeah.
You're like, how did I miss that? Yeah.
As far as anything else going on, like, not gonna lie, I'm not watching anything. I have been watching a streamer. I know him from. He used to stream Persona 5. He streamed Final Fantasy 7. He's been going through Persona 3 Reload, Umbra, and I've been telling you for a
One of your
while, like,
favorites. Yeah.
I know you love Metaphor, but you got to give Persona 3 Reload a try. He loves Persona 5 Royal. He's playing P3 Reload, and he's absolutely loving it. So I've been bouncing between watching him stream and pretty much just playing my own games, like Shinobi, Returnal. As far as anything else, like, I'm sorry, I didn't get a new job. I didn't get a new fancy job like Danny, but you know what? I love my current job. I love serving my community. Love handing out newspapers and letters and packages. You know what sucks? You get
you work for the
big
post office?
packages. Yes, I do.
Oh, no wonder you're so angry, dude.
Dude, I got
They
the
call it going
smallest route
postal
in the
for a
office.
reason.
Going postal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the smallest route in the office, and I'm always back by like 12, 1 o'clock on an
Well-
easy day, like 3 o'clock on a hard day.
But don't they pay based on the route?
They genuinely pay for how long you stay on the street, so they actually encourage you to like, hey, don't worry about casing up the mail. Just take it, just go, just spend as much time on the street as you can.
Really?
But man, it pays like $21 an hour. Yeah,
I had
it pays
no
21
idea.
an hour no matter what. Yeah.
I had no idea though that it was like based on how long you're out there, you get more. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Plus, if you get overtime, I mean, time and a half pay, like 21 normal pay, 30 overtime.
Oh shoot! I'll
Absolutely
be taking
worth
all
it,
day.
man.
I'll be sitting there saying hi to everybody. Hello, Miss Johnson. How are you today? I'll be out there all extra.
To Dots RTS, no, I'm not a city carrier. I understand why a lot of people think that, but there is city carriers, there's rural carriers.
The rural
And then
carrier. That's why
there's-
he's asking.
That's
Yeah,
that,
exactly. Yeah, I'm a rural carrier.
That sounds like
Which
some
is
type
cool.
of like rap group, like the City Girls. Y'all the City Carriers.
The city carrier.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
City
I-
Carriers.
So there's
What's
this
going on
route
with
that
this?
I used to be the assistant on, right?
Yeah.
And it is this perfect route. It's mainly 4 hours, 6 hours if you want to overdo it. It's a perfect. It covers like 3 neighborhoods. There's this gas station right in between, right dead set in the middle of the route. It has a McDonald's. It has a gas station if you want to stop and rest. You know how satisfying it is to just go into McDonald's halfway through the route, just grab like a couple of chicken McNuggets, just some Sprite, and just chill.
That's
As an
right.
fucking
IT
mail
person who
truck.
goes site to site from customers, I totally get it.
It's that
Yeah.
extra added freedom, right? Like you kind of like your own.
Yeah,
your own
and the best
boss.
part is for rural carriers specifically, city carriers they have to wear that uniform. Rural carriers like myself do not. I can wear whatever the hell I want as long as it's not political.
Yeah.
So it is the most free. I don't know how else to say it. Is it the most freest?
It's very
feeling
freeing.
job?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, I think
You feel
I think it's just
liberated.
free.
Yeah.
Liberation.
Yeah, I can go as fast or as slow as I want. Hell, if I
Oh,
want
that
to wait
sound
until like
like
5
pause.
o'clock, then
Sound
that's
like
my
you-
choice.
Sound like you were talking to a lady right there, girl. I can go fast or as slow as I want. What you want to do. That's that city carrier talk right there. That's that city carrier talk right there. I see you, assassin, my boy.
Yeah.
Nasty freak, you. I see you. You think you slick?
I mean, I can't hide it from you, Umbra. I can't hide it.
Hey, listen, I'm freakiest of the freaks. But yeah, man, that's dope. I'm glad you loving Shinobi. I loved it. I still need to do a review to put it on GCP. It's probably too late at this point, but I might just do it just for GP. But yeah, let me read a few of these and then we'll move on to the news roundup and then get to I don't even know if we really have much news roundup news to share, but if you got a few things, Danny, I guess we'll get into it.
I got one thing.
Okay, let me read a few of this. Yuzu, a nerd said, he says, salute to you, assassin. He said, going for cap. I'm not going to cap. Oh, he says, I'm going to cap for Microsoft. I think that if you're in the lower tiers of Game Pass, it's actually okay. I'm surprised you said that, nerds. I want to hear your thoughts on that. Yuzu asked me, did I ever get that piece of puff? No, I didn't.
Wrong.
No, I didn't. I want to hear all you guys' thoughts on all this. And I want to, for one, I'm going to start off with, I guess I'll ask the positives versus the negatives, and then we'll weigh it out at the end of that. How about that? Yuzu says that Ghost of Yōtei is great or interesting as running around starting fights. The same thing I did with Assassin's Creed Shadows. I just ran around fighting people all day, literally. I wasn't even doing missions. I was just running around chopping people up. Creed needs to learn from Yōtei about the putting melee attacks on the face buttons. Freaking Creed putting melee on the shoulders is always a fail. I didn't mind it in Creed, though, Yuzu. I thought it worked out, even though I would prefer them on face buttons, too. Thought it worked out. I think you can change that, though. I feel like you can. I don't know. I forget. Dots, what up, brother? Dots RTS. He was the fellow city carrier boys. And yeah, all right. So the news roundup. You said you had one to share, Crusader?
Yeah, so they new trailer for the second season of Has Been Hotel came out, and that show is awesome,
yeah.
and everyone should watch it.
You were talking about that the last time.
Yeah. The new season comes out, I believe, October 28th or 29th, or late 20s in October. And it's like 2 episodes a week on Amazon Prime.
I saw that they're based in hell, right? Like I had a feeling when I saw.
Correct. Yeah. So the basic plot of Has Been Hotel is Charlie Morningstar, the daughter of Lucifer Morningstar, is opening a hotel to try and redeem souls to get them into heaven.
Oh, how's that gonna work? You already in hell. It's just too late.
Is this like a spin-off to
the
Lucifer,
whole
or?
point of it is it
Right.
too late?
I see.
That's like the whole
That's
basic
the premise. Got you.
Because heaven's afraid that the people of hell will rise against them, so they send every year they send a group of angels down to exterminate them, and she's like really sad for her people.
I see.
And so she's trying to find a way to save them.
So it sounds almost like they're trying to frame heaven as the bad guys, which has kind of been an introverted kind of trope they've done in a lot of these stories before. Well, is God really the bad one here? You know what I mean? So in order for that, I'm going to have to condemn this show. Crusader, I'm sorry. I don't, I'm ultra religious here. I can't tolerate that. Yeah. Don't be scared.
It is a fascinating thing to talk about, though, Umbra. It's like there's benefits to having order, but there's also benefits to having freedom. Like with the thing about order is if you go too far, you end up with oppression. If you go too far with freedom, you end up with chaos. It's always fun to always try to find that balance. I love it when shows attempt to do that, though.
Look at you all profound. This is what that city carrier life does for you.
Okay.
You see this? This is man. You heard that that profundity? You all hear this?
Man, I've seen what the city carriers go through. I feel for them, man.
Yeah,
I feel for them all the time.
absolutely. And you're an agreed palpitating like the U.S. and China. Danny, did you have some news roundup news for us?
I have a couple of things we could run through. None of them are going to be anywhere near as big as what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Um,
And I guess
would be hard.
We could skip ahead. I mean, we don't have to. It's not because I don't think there was too much major.
There really wasn't. No, I mean, do you want to talk about how Kojima said that he is going to try to scan an actual ghost for OD?
I love
What?
Kojima, man.
He said that.
Kojima is just a
He sure did
thing
say
of his
that
own.
with his real human mouth. Yeah.
I love Kojima.
Trying to do that for OD or just
For
in
OD.
general?
Yeah, no, the man's a psychopath. Well, he probably just wants to do it for himself too. But yeah, he said for OD.
Wow.
He's literally insane, but like at least he releases a quality like products that at least people love. You know, like there are people who genuinely love what he makes.
If we
To the
do,
point where
if we
he
do.
can afford to do this stupid stuff.
I was just
Like,
going to say, if we do cover this, Danny, you're going to have to slander Kojima
Yeah.
heavily so MJ can feel this and hate on you more.
Okay. What I love Kojima as a person. It's just he makes really fucking terrible video games. So I mean, that's really all it is.
Okay.
Is like he's really cool and nice and great.
Yeah.
Everything he's made that he didn't have a leash around his neck for was ass.
Oh, I love it. I'm hoping MJ is somewhere, whatever he's doing, probably playing like the Win GPD 5 or something like that. That he's like his ears twitching and he's like, "What? There's a disturbance in the forest." I hope that it's somewhere.
Good.
Because he worships Kojima, man. He calls him God Jima. He's one of those.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
Some
Okay.
people
his
like to
Eastern
suck
European counterpart does do everything he does, but does it better with Sam Lake at Remedy.
toes.
Oh,
I
yeah.
agree.
I was about to say, are you talking about
agree.
Sam?
And more
Sam
people
Lake
should say it.
is European Kojima. Like,
European
they're the
Kojima.
same person.
European Kojima.
They make the same weird shit. I tend to like Sam Lake's games more.
Yeah, I mean, because they're better games.
I mean, I platinumed Alan Wake too, so I'm in agreement there.
Oh man, somebody hit up MJ to have him come through for that. But so what did he say about scanning a ghost? How would that exactly work?
That's the
That's
whole
all he
thing.
said.
That's everything he said. Is he was like, "There's gonna be ghosts in it. I'd love to scan a real ghost." And everyone said, "Ha ha ha," and he said, "No, really."
that was him. That was him inviting them, like telling them, like secretly, "I'm going to kill all of you and then seance your ghost and scan you." That's what it sounded like to me.
You could probably convince one of his super fans to die and become a ghost for him.
Oh my
I
god!
wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it.
Kojima goes up to MJ and says, "Hey, die for me."
He's like, "Yes,
I put the-
Kojima-san."
I put the poison Kool-Aid in the BB container. You just got to drink out of that.
He was already committing
And-
seppuku.
Jim Jones.
He didn't even need the Kool-Aid. He just got seppuku. He seppuku'd himself out of there, and there you go, dead. Seance me back. If I see MJ inside the next Kojima game, I'll know what happened. But yeah, that's weird. Weird enough to be Kojima for you.
Yeah.
Can I step in for a second? I know I'm just a guest here, but
Sure.
I just want to talk about
Get
OD for a
out.
second.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. So, ironically, I don't know if it was in the same interview or not, but apparently Kojima actually had mentioned about OD that the teaser that they showed, Knock, was his episode.
Yeah.
So
It's
that
gonna be
was
episodic.
like, it's going to be episodic. Is it going to be Jordan Peele with his own episode? And
Yeah, that's what it
maybe
seems
Guillermo
like.
He said that.
del Toro?
Yeah.
He said that
So I was
pretty much
just
straight
wondering.
up.
I was just wondering because I don't know how big you three are into horror, but I was just wondering if you wanted someone from the horror genre to come in on OD, who would you guys pick? Because I would
Lake.
personally like to see
Sam Lake.
either John Carpenter or Stephen King jump in,
Stephen
Oh,
King.
'cause I know that they can go crazy
Stephen
with their
King will
games.
make a ton of sense.
or
yeah.
with their books.
I want some
Stephen
weird
King's cool
Alan
and all.
Wake shit.
You want
but he-
Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stephen King would be cool and all. He is kind of washed. I don't know if you know, he just put out a movie where the plot is What If We Walked Forever. So
I've heard good things about that movie though.
I did too.
yeah, because
actually.
the only people who are seeing it are people who are like wow, the artistry of that time that they had to figure out how to poop while walking.
Oh, one of those types, the artsy
Yeah,
fartsies.
It's one of them for sure, for sure.
What about M. Night Shyamalan? His
Oh,
most
hell.
recent film, or the one before, like Old?
Hell no. We talk about
That
wash.
would be terrible.
You
Yeah.
can't get more washed than M. Night
But at
Shyamalan. What up, Logic? What's up, brother? What's up, Magnum? What's up? Who else did I see? I thought I saw someone else. What's up, man?
Oh, Sam Raimi would be a pretty good pick.
Sam Raimi actually would be interesting. Sam Raimi actually has some of the most obvious and horrendous jump scares in his movies, mind you. Even in movies that's not supposed to be jump scares or scary, he does it. I remember when I took a date to see Drag Me to Hell, and it gave me like a migraine. It was so loud in that theater, and the jump scare prompt was so loud. I had to like cover my ears. It was like, you know how it, and like when the dead woman, the gypsy, fell over and her embalming fluid poured into the old girl's mouth. I was like, yeah, and it was so loud. Literally, I had a headache leaving that theater. Like I was sick. I was so sick of that noise. I almost like walked out on her. I'm like, girl, I'm about to leave you.
I bet at the end, when the movie was done and she was being literally dragged to hell, you were like, fucking go already so I can stop hearing you.
Right.
Be gone, woman.
Be gone. To hell you go. And like it was so obvious, by the way, that she was going to get caught up. Like, but I did love that movie though. But other than that, it was loud as hell. But I can see Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi makes sense. I think though, if we're going for what he could pull in there, Stephen King would be the most elite. You know what I mean? Like, when you talk about like horror themed and thriller themed writers, I don't think you can get better than Stephen King. His commentary on it with underage love, if you will, aside.
Not that scene.
I mean, look, they cut that out the movie for a reason.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, obviously too, the to go from one perverted or at least questionable perverted person to the next, it would be Stanley Kubrick, right?
Yeah.
He sounded unsure. You like,
I don't know what he did, but I'm not surprised.
It was Stanley Kubrick. You look that up sometime. I don't even want to go into detail, but
Oh my god.
yeah. But
Not
anyway,
gonna lie, I thought you were gonna pivot that to Diddy instead. But
you
all
know
right.
what? Like, hey, listen.
He
What if they
can't
did
work on
have
OD.
Diddy? What if they
He's in
did have
prison
Diddy and
jail.
they're chasing after you? Take that, and you just running like trying to get away.
God.
You're like, yeah, you got that thing oiled up, bad boy. No, I don't.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that'd be terrifying. That would be terrifying.
The thing about Diddy is you got to tell him no.
You got to tell Diddy no. But listen, let's move into to the major.
Family friendly territory.
Yeah, let's move to the family friendly family friendly territory. Let's talk about the major news. I figure that we will cover October game releases and we'll kind of give thoughts on that, what we're happy about, what we're excited about, etc. To kind of cap it off, because both of these first two are going to be kind of drags a little bit. And we'll start with the major. Let's start with Xbox Game Pass. Let me read this. This is the Xbox Wire post on Xbox.com. It's talking about updates to Xbox Game Pass, introducing essential, premium, and ultimate plans. Our goal with Game Pass has been clear. Deliver unmatched value, benefits, and a deep library of games for our players. Since launching in 2017, we've steadily grown our subscriber and creator satisfaction. And today, we end all that. No, I'm joking. And today, creator participation and player engagement in Game Pass are at an all-time high. But we have the opportunity for Game Pass to help more players find the creators and games they love. We know not everyone wants the same thing in their Xbox experience, so we're evolving Game Pass to offer more flexibility, choice, and value to all players. But are they though, Crusader?
No.
I got to get your take on that because I saw your tweets, by the way, which I saw people agreeing with in different chats. Whether you love day one releases, discovering hidden gems, or playing across multiple devices and screens and across Xbox consoles, Xbox on PC and Xbox Cloud, starting today, we're introducing 3 upgraded Game Pass plans based on how players play: Essential, Premium, and Ultimate. Each includes expanded game libraries, including PC titles, unlimited cloud gaming, in-game benefits, including Riot game titles, and a revamped rewards with Xbox experience. Today's Game Pass Core subscribers will automatically be moved to Essential. Standard subscribers will transition. Oh, you all are trans standard now. You're trans premium. To transition to premium, and Ultimate subscribers will remain in Ultimate plan. It's all a part of our commitment to meet players where they are, so you can choose what works best for you, no matter how or where you love to play. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate just got its biggest upgrade yet. Ultimate has been upgraded for players who want the best of everything. We're rolling out our most expensive. Expansive. That was a slip of the tongue, but it still works. It was our most expansive upgrade yet, including more day one games than ever before. Fortnite Crew and Ubisoft Plus Classics for the first time ever. Enhanced Xbox Cloud gaming, streaming quality up to 1440p, rewards with Xbox, and more. Now players can have it all for all that you have. Ultimate subscribers now get access to over 75 day one releases a year. That includes some of the most anticipated upcoming games like Call of Duty, which we were already getting, okay? High on Life 2, which was part of what we had got before with Part 1. Keeper, Ninja Gaiden 4, The Outer Worlds 2. These join a growing library of more than 400 games playable on Xbox consoles, Xbox on PC, and Xbox Cloud on supported devices, with more than 45 new games added today. Think of hits like Blueprints, Claire Obscure, Expedition 33, and Hollow Knight Silksong, plus exclusive benefits like access to EA Play. Boy, they're going to milk Expedition 33, Hollow Knight, and Blueprints for all it's worth, aren't they? Because as soon as we started praising these Game of the Year titles, they're like, oh, I'm glad you like that. So how about this?
They bet real good.
So if they want to justify $30.
Right. So with Fortnite Crew, it's an $11.99 a month value included into Ultimate. So let's skip ahead. Let's get some thoughts on this. And Danny, I'll start with you because Crusader, I know you have more robust thoughts on it. What's up, Cork? What's up, Gray?
I'm not robust.
Well, I know you do have some thoughts, but I know that
I'll have you know I'm busty as fuck.
He's busty. Let me zoom that in right there so people can see it. Yeah, go ahead, Danny. Now, I guess let me frame this better for you.
Okay.
Give us your unguarded thoughts on this, your pluses, and you know what? Not even your pluses.
Okay.
Give us what you hate in every tier, be it Essential, Premium, and Ultimate. We will get to the benefits later. All of us. We'll do the benefits after the fact.
Well, okay. Well, now I got to look at what the little baby boy tier is because I actually don't remember.
So Essential is upgraded from the Core, which had 25 plus games, curated games, if you all remember, a month. And that was $9.99. So the price hasn't changed. And yet, so Essential is kind of coming up. Yeah, Essential is kind of an upgrade. So to Nerd's point, I see why you said that, Nerds, because
that one's fine.
Essential actually
Standard was also an upgrade. Or Premium.
Or Premium. Yeah, I think because that's sort of my thing is the $30 is crazy and bad and awful. But for me, the problem... Do you want more synonyms for bad? I got a couple.
Get there a few out there. Yes.
Catastrophic, terrible, revolting.
Yeah.
And the timing also on it is incredibly stupid because like literally 2 days ago, Sarah Bond was like, "We made $5 billion. We're good as fuck," and everyone was like, "Then why are you doing this to me?"
They
don't even have the excuse. Oh yeah, it's every time. It's that or layoffs. So
yep.
But and they don't even have the excuse of like, you know, tariffs and shit like they did for the consoles where they could be like, oh well, the economy's completely screwed, and it is, and you know maybe that plays into this a little bit, but probably not really. So it's just like, wow, you're really choosing the absolute worst possible time to do this. Mm-hmm. For me though, I don't think the 30 is unreasonable for what they're giving you. It's the price isn't the problem. The problem is the structure of it. Because if you look, so all the stuff that they're giving you for a $30 price tag makes sense. The problem is that most people don't want half that shit.
Yep.
Like when you add in, like if you take Game Pass by itself and online, which should be free, but whatever, and you add in EA Play and this Classics catalog and Fortnite Crew, you are saving money. So like it is still a good deal if you want all that,
right?
But the majority of people don't. I do. So for me, I'm like, okay, whatever, because it's actually going to end up weirdly saving me money. So for me personally, I'm like, okay, well, like I'm not canceling my shit. I'll cancel Fortnite Crew and then it'll just get rolled into this and then I'm good. But just because it's good for me doesn't mean it's a good idea. What they should have done, and what I hope that they will roll it back to, is they should put day and date Xbox games in the standard tier, because that's what Game Pass is. And then all of the extra shit can be an Ultimate. And if you want that, then you can pay the extra and get that. And then at that point, all of the tiers are getting what they should be for like the price that they are.
Except
right now,
that this graphic that Umbra has up is a lie.
Oh, okay.
There is a 4th tier.
Oh, the PC one?
PC Game Pass still exists. Umbra, in the chat for the text, I put in the link that includes the collapsible version of PC Game Pass, if you want to put that up.
Let me see if I can find. I didn't like, by the way, that they showed the 3 like this and didn't include PC Game Pass when it's part of their.
It's because they don't want you to know about PC Game Pass, because they know that the people who are on PC are all schlubs and snails anyway. So it's like, who cares?
And the PC Game Pass is actually better.
It is.
It's gotten a little bit better. They've added some stuff into it, and I think the price went up like only a little bit. Is that right, or is it the same?
It went up 40%.
Okay, well, so kind of a lot actually.
One games though.
Okay, well, so that's good. Yeah, so like most of the tiers still make sense, but the Ultimate one, it's like, I mean, I guess that price still makes sense, but it's like, I don't like, for me, again, it's fine because I already had Fortnite Crew, but like the majority of people who have Game Pass probably don't have Crew. I don't even know what the percentage of people who play Fortnite who have Crew is. It's probably not
Danny,
super high.
Sorry to interrupt. Could you explain what Crew is for those that don't know?
Oh, it's just a subscription. It's just like it's like having a season pass basically. So in Fortnite, there's a bunch of different battle passes now, because there's the normal battle pass, but then there's the OG battle pass for when you're playing the OG mode on like the old maps with the old guns.
Yeah. And
then there's the battle pass for like the music game and the Lego game and all that shit. So there's like 4 or 5 battle passes now. And Crew just gives you all of those for a way cheaper value. And then you also get like free V-Bucks. Well, not free V-Bucks, but you get, V-Bucks that are the same as the amount that you put in. So it's basically like if you just were going to buy those V-Bucks anyway, but then get all of the battle passes for free. And then you also get like an extra skin and some shit. It's genuinely a really good deal if you're going to be consistently playing Fortnite, which I have a lot of friends who do. So I do. But I would hazard to guess that the majority of people who play Fortnite probably don't bother with that because it's completely unnecessary. So I don't know. But yeah, like in Ultimate, all of that stuff that you're getting, the price is correct. It's even, lower than it would be individually. But like Crusader doesn't give a shit about Fortnite Crew, and you don't care about that.
Like, I don't play Fortnite enough anymore to care.
Yeah, it's like, who's the fact that it's like, this is the justification for why we're making the thing that you already had more expensive. And it's like, well, I don't want the new thing. It's like if they changed your cable program and they're like, we're adding stars. Isn't that great? And you're like, I don't care about stars. I just want cable.
Yeah. And that's the part of the problem for me. And I don't want to try to cut into your point, but like those things.
No, I'm good.
Those things don't matter to me, right? Like Fortnite Crew. Yeah. I don't play Fortnite. I have no interest in it. I've actually I have an aversion to it actually. So like that does nothing for me. So it's like, why do I need to pay for that? Because I don't want Crew. Yeah. And then you got the Riot games. I don't play those. Hell, I don't even play Call of Duty like that. I'm not a big Call of Duty fan. So,
well, to be fair, the Riot one doesn't even count because that shit's in the like cheap ass one. That's in the $9 one.
You're right. It's in all of them, right? Yep, it is. You're right. And so like those things don't do anything for me. Then you got in Ultimate, you have the Ubisoft Plus Classics, which people had got confused. It was like, oh, you get Ubisoft Plus and Classics? No, you get Ubisoft Plus, Classics, which are just older games that you can either buy
EA
cheaply.
Play, but Ubisoft.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly. You can buy them cheaply right now if you want it, or they're games we already own or have played, and that's not necessarily a bad thing if you haven't played them. but I've done all of that. I own them too, so it's like,
I don't know. I remember you back in the day capping your ass off for EA Play coming to Ultimate, so I'm gonna call you out here.
Hey,
I've known
that
you
was
for
good.
a long time.
EA
It's
Play
the
is
same
dope
thing.
though.
I do think the EA
It's the
Play
same
is better
thing.
than the Ubisoft.
I think
thing,
EA
so.
Play is better. Yeah, personally.
That's fair.
Yeah.
We can think it's better. That's
At least for
fair.
now.
But it
now,
is.
I mean, we'll get to story 2 on the roundup here, and maybe that's going to change in the
Right,
future.
exactly.
But hey, for now,
Right. You're right.
Crusader was just emphasizing the whole. I know that you believe that, but let me tell you why you're wrong.
Right.
right.
But Crusader, since you're here, what's your thoughts on Danny? Did you have more to share on it? Your thoughts on it?
Yeah, we can
downside to
go.
it?
We can go. Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, what the fuck? What the fuck is this shit, Microsoft? Listen, adding this could have been an actual Rockstar moment for Microsoft had they actually reorganized all of this correctly. Okay? And I'm not even talking price. The price could have been more than this. And the reason I'm saying that is they could have made it, because they're talking about, oh, we want it to make it so that you have like unparalleled freedom of choice in like which of these tiers and like which fits you, which is nonsense because the tiers don't actually fit anyone well at all. They don't. Like what they could have done is made it so that you could pick and choose all of the bits and pieces of this that you wanted in a a selector, right? I don't give a shit about cloud, not really. I don't care. I don't want to pay for it. I really don't give a shit about the PC. I pretty much just want the console benefits, all right? PC is kind of valuable from time to time for me, but I don't need it, right? So why can I not just pick console with day one games, the Ubisoft Classics, EA Play, the full library, online multiplayer, I guess, because you're still going to make me pay for it.
A la carte.
Like, why can I not have like a $22 option that gives me all of that?
It sounds like the way you just put all together sound like Ultimate though. I ain't gonna lie to you. You're like, why can't I get
It's
this,
Ultimate
this,
without-
and that? They're like, well, you got
It's
that
Ultimate
Ultimate. There you
with-
go.
It's Ultimate without paying for PC, without
Right.
paying for
Right.
cloud, without paying for Fortnite, without paying for Riot Games.
That's true. That is true.
right.
Okay.
So you want
Like-
you want an a la carte situation, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, I think
Because
that's a
we're at the
fair
point
thing to
where
ask
they are
for.
offering some pretty. They are partnering with a ton of people, and they are offering some pretty incredible value. And like Danny said, for him, it's pretty worth it for the $30. He's actually going to be saving money versus before. I think you'll be saving $2 a month or something, right?
Yeah, it's a negligible amount, but it's
Right.
it's something, I guess.
Right. For you, this wasn't a price hike. This will be a price decrease, right?
Yeah, I was like, cool.
It's a relevant
Like I knew,
thing.
I saw it, and I was like,
Congrats,
oh,
Danny.
that's
You
not
get a
going to go
spicy
well.
McChicken.
But
And that's a relevant
Hey.
thing to say, right?
I'll take
That
the
for some
chicken, don't
people,
think I
this
won't.
is not a bad thing. And Microsoft could have made it so that, and if you do that, they could have then partnered with Rockstar in the future for GTA Online, for the GTA Plus subscription that gives you the weird like benefits in the Rockstar games and stuff like that, right? They could partner with like Sega to make a Sega Classics in the future, and then because they have it structured in this a la carte mode, you can just add and remove what you want, and you basically get a discount because you're a Game Pass member, and all of those other subscriptions become cheaper.
I gotta say, I like that thought. I saw your tweet.
Again, like this is, they could have had such a victory here if they had actually put like more time into thinking about how do we not fuck people over.
Now, let me ask you though: are they? You say a victory, but you mean that PR wise? Are they getting a
Correct.
victory still through monetary means? Because right here, this is clearly
No.
about to. Now,
Their website
let me set it up for you.
broke
Let me
yesterday
set it up for you. Let me set it up for you. You got my boy Crusader here chomping at the bit. Let me dress it up. Is it still a win for them? Possibly, in the sense of PR. Obviously, no. Like clearly, we saw that. But can it be a win for them monetarily, where it plays
I don't
out in
think
their
so.
benefit? Okay.
Game Pass was the last thing that they had that everyone was like, well, at least Xbox is still doing this well. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, that was the one thing. It's like, well, you know, the consoles, they've like abandoned us on the console side, and they're putting all the games everywhere. But the one thing we still had was Game Pass that made it great. And now they're pricing people out of Game Pass. They were the company the whole way through COVID that was like, we have the cheap console for you. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
We have the cheap way to access new games. Don't worry. Just stick with us.
Yeah.
And now, a year of Game Pass costs more than a launch Series S.
Sheesh. $360.
Ludicrous.
$360 for those wondering.
Doubled the price of Game Pass Ultimate in 14 months.
Mm-hmm. It's costly.
They have ruined they've ruined the reputation of the one good thing they had left that people truly loved. And to top it all the fuck off, they're adding Ubisoft Classics and all this shit. They still don't have the backlog of Activision Blizzard. And I'm not talking the games that they need to relicense. I'm not talking the games that aren't backwards compatible. They still don't have the Call of Duty fucking games that are for sale.
Yeah.
They still don't have Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have whatchamacallit, Prototype 1 and 2 on the consoles.
Yep.
They don't have Singularity, if I recall.
Singularity is not listed on the console store. It's not backwards compatible, but it is listed on the Xbox store on PC. So
That is...
yeah. So like Prototype's not listed on the PC store. Like there's so many things that are just still missing. Also, we've added Fortnite Crew and we've added like Ubisoft Classics and EA Play, but we still don't have like Fallout First. We don't have WoW. We don't have the ESO subscriptions. And again, that all ties into that a la carte thing that I'm talking about, right? Where like Game Pass could be giving you discounts on all of these services, and they're not even giving you the discount on the services they own.
Listen,
Microsoft right now is just like, Crusader's got a point. Write it down, write it down.
Makes sense.
They like silence him. Magnum says Xbox 360 is back, baby. That's right, Magnum.
Yeah. And like, why should I believe them that they're gonna add 75 games, day one games to Game Pass?
Because they
when
told
they
us.
had that showcase in just day one games. They've never approached 75 day one games in a year.
But they
right?
told us
I'm
that's
pretty sure
what
that's
they'll.
like a 40% increase over what we're estimated to have this year.
But Crusader, this is what they told us. They have.
But this
to
is what
honor
they
it.
told you. Remember, who remembers 2022 when they told us that every game in the showcase, except for like 2, would be out in 12 months, and 75% of them did not come out in 12 months.
Why you got to bring up the past? Why we going backwards? Like why we,
You know, who remembers when Perfect Dark showed up at a showcase and they canceled it a year later?
We don't like to talk about that. Right?
Who remembers all of the studios that they bought and they were like, don't worry, we're not going to close them, and then they fucking closed them. Don't worry, Hi-Fi Rush was a success, but we're going to close the studio, and when you all got so upset about it, we then kind of brought it back to life and sold it to the fucking PUBG people.
Well, we got to look at the bright side of things.
Like, it's so mind-bogglingly infuriating that they put this out and they thought it would be well received. Like, they had a whole ad campaign going for it. And if you look at any of the tweets that they've made about it, they're getting ratioed to shit. They're getting angry people out the wazoo. So many people are responding with images of them canceling their subscriptions. It's such utter nonsense. What a horrendously run company at this point. And yeah, to go straight to what Danny said, how the fuck can you have Sarah Bond come out 2 days before you're going to do this and say, yeah, Game Pass is profitable and made $5 billion. Fuck you, pay us more. What?
I mean,
She was probably like, I can say this, right? I can say it, right? You're not going to do any bullshit behind my back? Yeah, you got it, Sarah. You go ahead and you say it. Hey, just wait 2 days.
There's zero thought. Like there's not a brain cell. There's no neurons firing. I don't get it. And like I said, they could have been like, we're reorganizing Game Pass to make it so that all of these other subscriptions that are around, you can get them for like half price, right? And they could have like integrated Ubisoft Classics in and then bumped the price of Ultimate up a little bit to kind of do a soft like, yeah, we needed to increase the price a little bit. Here's 40 older games. They did that with EA. I mean, when they added EA Play, they didn't increase the price, but man, they were trying to get us to buy consoles. It worked on me. Like they could have done this in such a way that they added enough value and boosted stuff. But I cannot fathom how they thought that this would be good. And it's 2 days now, and the complaining online has not stopped. If anything, it's gotten worse today.
Oh yeah, for sure. Nerds, by the way, said correction. They are pricing you out of Ultimate only.
See, and here's the thing: I'll have Ultimate for the next year. Yeah. I turned off my reoccurring payment so that I am positive I will never be charged again.
Well, you can just go buy it at GameStop and shit. You'll be fine.
Yeah, like I'm now positive I'm not going to be charged again for this. Because I'm at this point, it's not. They're really going to have to step up how many AAA games are added day one next year, that's after a good year this year, the most insane year we've had.
Yep.
If they want $30 a month, like we were at the point where like Silksong was added to the service at the price that the service was, and that was considered good, quote unquote, when you could have just bought the game and kept it. And the
game's only like $40.
So
no, the game is $20.
Oh,
Silksong is $20.
Yeah,
right.
That's good.
And so like games like Silksongs and shit like that, right? You have to now play multiple of them. Whereas like before, at like $15, even up to $20, it was pretty easy to be able to match or beat every month. At $30, that's 40% of a AAA game. You really got to be questioning yourself. Would I rather just own this?
Yeah.
Are they gonna release enough that I want over the next couple months that like I'm like that it wouldn't be better for me to just spend my money on purchasing the handful of games, which ruins the whole idea of Game Pass, which is playing a bunch of different games, maybe a lot you wouldn't try. But because that barrier is so much higher now to get your money back, it's are you like that calculus is much harder at a 40% ratio than it was before, when we had 10 to 15, like $10 standard, $15 ultimate, where you're at like a 16.7% to 25% ratio of the cost. Then you can really easily offset. Oh yeah, I don't need to own that because I'm getting such a better deal subscribing. Right. Especially if I'm only going to play the game once and not come back. That's the equivalent of playing the game, then returning it to GameStop at whatever GameStop paid. Yeah. Right? Like, you're just cutting out the middleman.
And maybe this is my like cynical part of it, because first of all, I do think people online are like wildly overreacting to how bad this is, because like it's bad, but they're like about to shoot themselves and/or Sarah Bond, and that's insane.
Yeah, we don't want
over
that.
$10 a month. That shit's crazy.
No.
No violence.
But I am glad that they're overreacting to some extent, because I do think that there's a really solid chance that they maybe not roll it back, but like change some of the stuff around in the tiers to make it like make more sense. I really do think that they probably will do something like that. They have been shown to react to insane outcry like this in the past, so I do think that that's possible.
Yeah.
But my thing with it is I don't even know that people are going to stick with their like boycott or whatever. Like they'll have canceled their subscription, and then some Halo reboot will come out next year, or like the not reboot, you know what I mean, the like CE remaster or whatever
stuff,
or like Forza will come out, and they'll be like, okay, I'll sub for this month, and then they just won't unsubscribe, because that's how this shit works every time. So like I on one hand I'm like, I hope that they do change it, but on the other hand I also am like, I guarantee this won't affect their bottom line. And I know that you're like, oh, but they shut down the website with how many? Yeah, but like it's a Microsoft website. We know how shitty their stuff is.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I have to work in it literally every day as a system admin who deals with like 365 and stuff like that. I've never seen anything quite like that before. I've never seen it fail to load my subscription. Sometimes it takes a little bit. I've never seen it outright give me an error code on that page.
I do think that it's I think that we're seeing a lot more of it than is reality, is what I'm saying. Is like, because we're on like the top level of video game internet culture.
Sure.
I
I had a coworker who's not very tuned in today to be like, is it true that they just increased it to $30?
Yeah.
I
just don't think they'll care.
My coworker too, he heard about it as well. He was like, dude, I've been subbed to Game Pass for almost an entire year, but I can't pay that much either.
Mm-hmm.
He unsubscribed literally yesterday as well.
I also
probably just
literally had the same situation at work myself with an engineer buddy of mine.
My Siege friends, but I also talked to them last night, and one of them bearded. He was like, dude, I live in Panama. I can't afford to do this. Like, there's no fucking way I can pay that much.
Yeah.
And he's unsubscribing later today. Like, it's more than just. It's more than just overreaction.
The one dude who was like, I have Fallout First and Game Pass for me and my son, and because of the price increase, I'm gonna have to cancel it for me because I just can't afford both for me and my son.
That sucks.
I saw that. Yeah.
They need a family plan. Let me ask a question to you, Danny, and to all of you guys after this, because of your a la carte situation. Logic poses a question. He says, well, not a question, but he makes a statement. I want to get your thoughts, Danny, and then you guys can chime in after. He says the point of subscriptions is to make predictable, deterministic operating cash flow, which is what Wall Street prefers. An a la carte situation would not achieve that. What are your thoughts on that?
How would an a la carte not achieve that?
Let me get Danny on this
the
one.
range
Let me get
in which
Danny
the
first,
people are
Crusader,
going to
then
go
I'll let
into
you
each
chime
tier
in.
in a bell curve.
Like
that makes no sense.
Crusader is
because
ready.
your goal
Crusader,
is to maximize
hold on
how
one
many
second,
people are
Crusader.
subscribing.
Crusader, my brother.
I'm a mathematician. Like, I have a degree in mathematics and a degree in computer science. Like,
he flexing.
The idea is with a subscription to neutralize as much churn as possible and get people to pay every month.
Okay, let me pause you for a second though. Yep. Let me get Danny's first. You could not hold that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, you're good. I mean, he's fine going before me. I don't care.
Go ahead, Danny, because I don't think you got a chance to finish your point anyway. So I want to get your thoughts.
No, it's like, first of all, I don't fully understand what Logic is saying. I think that's a lot of buzzwords, but the point of it is like, they are making these sort of group things, like lumping them all together so that even if you don't necessarily want every piece of it, you have to pay for the whole thing. Like that's the business model they're going for, is like,
sure,
oh, well, I really just want this and this, and it comes with that. So like that justifies the price increase, I guess. Like, I think that's what they're trying to go for. The problem is that I feel like when you call it, I think that this is like one or two minor changes to the structure of how this is would shut everybody up. Literally, I think if you just moved first party day one releases to the standard tier, you're fine. I think at that point, no one gives a shit. They'll just switch to that tier if they don't want the other stuff, and then if they do want the other stuff, then they'll go to Ultimate. And frankly, that's what Ultimate should be. Ultimate should be, it's the thing that Game Pass is known for, which is having your first party titles day one, plus all this extra shit. And the standard one should be what Game Pass is known to be. So literally, if you just made that one change, I think you'd be fine. I like the idea of the a la carte thing, and I think it could work. I think it makes things a little bit more complicated for people, and I don't know that they would necessarily want to do that.
You just have the three options, or you gave them the option to a la carte, right? Like,
yeah, like it's like I get that.
Predefined
totally
another one that has minimum price point, and then pick and choose shit.
Well, yeah, and so like they can kind of already do that now and just get all those subscriptions individually if they wanted, I guess. Because so like I guess that exists to some extent. Like, I agree with what you're saying. I think it would be nice, like from like for me and you. I just don't necessarily think that it's a thing that they would ever do. I literally think in order to make this like a viable thing, all they have to do is move first party games to the standard, and then it's fine.
The other thing would be, you know how they have the PC only option? Why is there not a cloud only option and a console only option too?
Well, because fuck cloud, but the console one should exist.
Right. Well, so
no one's gonna buy the cloud only one. Like, come on.
Yeah, nobody.
Even if it was only $3, Dan. Even if it was only $3, Danny, the price of a spicy chicken McNugget.
I would just have it included in my ultimate one that I'm probably gonna stick with.
Yeah.
It's just
so,
like,
before we go too far with it, I do want to get Assassin's thoughts on this because we hadn't got to him yet. Assassin, what is your thought? I see your questions. I will pose them back up in one moment in one moment. But Assassin, what's your take here? What's your feeling on the whole situation here with the pricing, and what has it done for you? Are you moving on? What's your thinking?
Oh, I've moved on. Like, this is pretty much the breaking point for me. Because, look, I remember 2 months ago, they had shut down the initiative. They had canceled Everwild. And yes, I understand that they had every single reason to do those things. But to show off Perfect Dark, or what seemed like Perfect Dark last year, and then to cut it a year later, you had to have known. You've been funding the initiative for 7 years. You had to have known where it was at. And then a month before that, they upped the console prices to I think they added 50. And then 2 weeks ago, they upped console prices again, twice in the span of 3 months. You tried charging $80 for the Outer Worlds. You said that first party would be $80 from now on. How many times can you absolutely fuck up in the span of 6 months? And it's not just 6 months. For 3 years, we've had game price hikes. First it was 15, then it turned to 17, then 20, and then you made a giant ass jump to 30. Look, I understand that, Danny, you're perfectly fine with $30. You think it's fair. I see Nerd said that 30 was fine for Ultimate. That's completely fine. You guys have every right to believe that. But in all honesty, it's still unacceptable. Like, even if you agree, or even if you think that it's worth it, I'm not saying that you guys are wrong to feel that way, but just because 5-10% of people who are subscribed to Game Pass Ultimate are completely fine with these changes, that doesn't negate what the other 90-95% feel. They can't afford to do it, whether it's because of the current times, whether it's because they got financial obligations, like whatever the situation is. I can't afford to pay $30 a month. That's $360 a year. By the way, perfect opportunity for Xbox 360, by the way. Good job, Microsoft. I know you didn't mean to do that, but congratulations, you did it. But it's becoming to a point, and Crusader mentioned it earlier. Game Pass was the last thing that you could honestly tell anybody who's been wanting to pick up an Xbox console. Game Pass is the best value in gaming. As of 2 days ago, for most people now, it's not. Look, I understand, the main drive for Game Pass Ultimate, day one, Xbox Game Studios, Bethesda, Activision Blizzard King, Xbox Global Publishing, you get all those games day one. That's Ninja Gaiden 4, Keeper, Forza Horizon 6. You got so many great games coming. But for $30 a month, most people don't even have the time to play more than 2 games at a time. Because you got to think, oh, I got a family to feed. Or I can't afford it, because the current living situation in my city is just not able to let me do that. I can't afford to do it. At this point, for people who are just subscribing to Game Pass Ultimate, and by the way, why the fuck? So the new Call of Duties are not coming to Essential or Standard. Well, Essential I get, but Standard, it's only
now.
Ultimate?
Until a year later.
In 12 months.
Yeah, just on day one.
Well, let me be clear.
There's an asterisk for premium.
That's why let me
There's
clear
an
it up.
asterisk
It
for
says
premium.
new Xbox published games within the year of launch. So it could be a 6 month to a year thing, maybe. They might do it.
But no. So new Xbox published games within a year at launch, asterisk. And if you look at the asterisk down in the fine print below, that excludes Call of Duty specifically.
Oh, so they don't. You don't even get it at all.
Call of Duty may or may not ever come to the premium library.
Oh, wow.
It is not guaranteed to come within a year. In fact, the fact that they're singling it out like that almost guarantees that it won't be added until at least 12 months, if ever.
So Microsoft does believe in exclusivity, just for their own Game Pass tiers.
Yeah.
Wow. Congrats.
Exclusive to Ultimate.
It doesn't outright exclude that COD would ever come to premium. It just says that they will not guarantee that Call of Duty will come within 12 months.
Oh, wow.
Right.
I saw somebody say that, but I
come.
thought maybe after a year it would. But no, you don't at all. Wow.
There is no guarantee that explicitly Call of Duty is the only thing they've named. They didn't name Activision or Blizzard. So all other games that are published should still be coming. That's not a lot because Activision doesn't like do anything else anymore besides like, the occasional remaster of something.
Right.
Or oddly, they did like Sekiro with publishing, but. Yeah.
This also puts Call of Duty like on a higher pedestal than their typical, the Tempos, than the Halos, than the Gears, than the Forzas. Those are considered less by de facto because of this.
Yeah, and the one other thing that's really confusing on this list that it sounded like a nerf, but it's actually a buff, and I don't know that they're in this. There's the play and earn up to $50 a year in store with rewards.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually not a limit on how much you can redeem. It's actually a modifier to the existing Game Pass reward points, where you get, if you have Ultimate, you now get like a 4 or 8 times multiplier on how many points that you would get from those rewards previously. And if you were to do all of them, you would get about enough reward points to get a $100 gift card to the store. That does not limit you to only $100 gift card because you can still buy things on the store, and buying things gets you points. Mm-hmm. You can still do like Bing rewards and stuff, and those will give you points outside of that. It's not a cap on $100. It's not a cap on $50 or $25. It's how much physically you can get with the reward points that you get for being a subscriber.
You can no longer redeem your points for like Game Pass anymore.
Yeah,
you have to redeem it for money.
Yeah.
You have to redeem it for the money and then spend that money on Game Pass, which makes it. I mean, it made it less efficient before, not very, but enough. Now it makes it super less efficient because of the price changes.
Okay.
Yeah,
but
it's. Yeah, I get that seeing the $30, like the big 3-0, like that's real scary, and like I totally understand that most people don't want to pay that, and I also don't. Like I would love for it to be cheaper. I think I look at all of the stuff that's in it, and I'm like, yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense. Like I'm not happy about it. I think it sucks ass.
I think there's a difference between the price being reasonable for what's in it, and it also being disappointed that there's not an option in between premium and ultimate, because like that's a $15 a month jump, whereas it's only a $5 jump between premium and essential, right?
Right.
Structurally, it's like there's a tier missing in there that
I agree.
That makes it more reasonable, and that tier could literally be the platform specific tier that is like $20 a month.
PC Game Pass, Xbox or console Game Pass, something like that. Yeah,
you don't even need PC.
Cloud Game Pass, yeah.
I mean,
fuck Cloud Game Pass. You don't even need that shit. But like, yeah, if you just had literally, if you just made, even if you made Essential like a little bit more expensive, you made Essential like 18 or some shit, but you had first party games in there, I think you'd be fine.
Yeah.
But I look at other subscription services and I'm like, Netflix is like $24 fucking
ridiculous
for just Netflix. Ridiculous. Like that's stupid as shit. And then I look at Game Pass and I'm like, like 60s. Like 30's what, $6 more than that, and you're getting this much more. But
that's Netflix
shit,
at its
but I'm like,
highest tier,
that's
though,
the
right?
fucking.
I think there's another big issue
one.
That
but
there's there's no yearly pay up front for 12 months.
You should
like
a
lot of services have that where you can you get a discount and like Gold used to be like
Plus.
that. PlayStation Plus is like that, right?
Yeah.
So I want to highlight something, and that was to the link that you posted, which I did not like how they did this. I thought it was a little dirty. They got the 3 up there, of course, Essential, which was Core, Premium, and Ultimate. And then all these terrible listings of however you might want to rationale that out. And then they had, click this to see the hidden PC-only plan.
Only. Like, why is there not a console-only plan? And I get that cloud is kind of a joke, but I'm sure that there are, like...
I guess Essential is kind of that, I guess. All right.
No, because
Crusader, I have an answer for you.
Essential is for each platform. I guess Essential does kind of do, but it doesn't do day one stuff on cloud. It's still like...
I think the people who are just playing on cloud is small. Like it's negligible
I
enough that
don't
they probably
agree, but
wouldn't bother making a tier for it.
If they want to grow that, because they say that that's like the area of growth right now. Woo!
But they can't grow into it if no one's using it.
They can't grow into it if no one's using it, and like realistically, you should be targeting that audience with a specific subscription. Like you're targeting PC because they're growing on PC.
I mean, you build a Target out in the middle of Antarctica, you're not going to get new customers just because you want to start appealing to penguins or
not
something.
wrong. I also think that that cloud
get
is a joke.
occasional penguin or two. But Sassy,
like,
you were going to say something though. You said why something.
No, I was just gonna continue my rant because I technically wasn't done yet, but I wanted to let you guys get.
Please go. Yeah, I want to let you
ahead.
finish that because I do want to.
No, because you asked me like, how do I feel about this whole thing?
Yeah.
Bots, I'm tired.
I'm
honestly
boss.
so tired. I don't know how we live in a timeline where Microsoft has become just as greedy and as fucking disgusting as Nintendo. Like, how are we in that timeline right now? So you're telling me you have no exclusives, which I know, debate. So no exclusives, $1,000 PC handheld, $500 PC handheld that the media and influencers have not gotten hands on, so we don't even know if it's worth that price. You attempted $80 games, 2 console price hikes, jumped to $30 price hike for Game Pass. What the fuck is next? You're gonna start charging $100 for controllers and $200 for headsets? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I give you guys another idea?
Some
Oh
of the
no.
controllers are already $100.
Say, be careful what you say. Yeah.
The
Like,
elite controllers are.
I know. You know, it terrifies me that it terrifies me that what Crusader and Danny were talking about earlier. So let's say the Steam integration is a thing, right? For months, I asked myself, how the fuck is Microsoft gonna get any money on that? You know what terrifies me a little bit here? That they will add Steam integration on the next-gen Xbox, but only if you sub to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. And it's going to be a $40 price tag.
So here's the thing: the next Xbox isn't going to be a real console. It's just going to be a PC.
It's going to be a PC, yeah. It's just going to be for enthusiasts.
We had this conversation the other day on Discord.
Yeah, we've had this conversation.
It's going to be a PC, but like, what if the PC was good, you know?
But what makes an Xbox an Xbox? Because even if it's a PC,
it's literally just the UI. Yeah, that's all it is. I mean, right now, that's all it is the UI.
So
and like,
I want to highlight this really quick before we go, because I do want to get to some of the statements that Logic made, because I want to get his point out there, what he was saying. I think he does make a good point, but the PC it was raised 40%, which was $11, I believe, at $11.99. Now it's $16.49, so $16.50 a month.
That's 40%.
So check this: there's hundreds of PC games, new games on day one, including new Xbox published games and third-party games. Play and earn up to $50 a year, so the same thing you would get here in the premium tier. And benefits for games like League of Legends, Call of Duty Warzone, etc. Includes EA Play. Why in God's name?
I'm also pretty sure it includes the Ubisoft. I'm pretty sure it's just missing there because from what I have heard from people who have it, they also got the Ubisoft like 40 game drop.
Wow. So I have to. I would have to. Well, I don't have it, so I can't say I have to look. I have Ultimate.
Okay, yeah, because I have Ultimate. I can't.
So I would have to. Well, next year my subscription ends in around, I think, either September or November, one of the two. There's no way in the world I'm resubscribing to Ultimate when I don't even have an Xbox anymore. I got rid of it. So I'm on PC now. Why would I not just get PC? In fact, I almost feel like, being honest, guys, I feel like the PC standard that they're giving is not only so beneficial because you're not getting anything with the extra money they're charging with PC. Like, they're not, here's an extra thing you get because we raised it 40%, but you're getting so much good stuff versus what you get in Essential and Premium for that price. Why in God's name? That feels like a slap almost to the Premium and Essential payers, if you will. Honestly, it feels like they're almost like they're trying to usher people into PC gaming more than anything else. It's very odd.
Bro, this is something I've bitched about for like, I don't know how long now.
Yeah.
That like, why does console not have an option like that's just console only? All of the best perks, but console only, so I can cut my price. PC, they're offering that for PC. Like, why is that not being offered to me too?
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good question. Assassin, did you have more to share on that, or can I go to Logic's question? Then we do have to move on after that. But I do actually want to get the positives too. Let me go to. I want to say that.
I was just going to respond to Nerds, and he said, what makes Xbox and Xbox, at least today, seamless access? And I was typing this when you asked me if I had anything else to say, so I'm just going to say it here. I know Nerds did not mean to make it sound like that, or the way that I interpret it.
Yeah.
But the way that he makes it seem like, when you say seamless access, you make it sound like a digital prostitute run. That's the impression that I got. It's just
What the
easy access
fuck
for
are
anybody.
you talking about?
Yeah, I'm not
just like-
following you.
I'm just like, so let me get this straight. So seamless access. So
That's like
anyone
how people
can
describe
come in
Apple.
and just like spread.
That like you just load up like any product that's in the ecosystem and shit just works and stuff just carries over between them and everything just is easy and simple.
Yeah, it's just shared between everybody and passed around.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know, man. I agree.
I think I broke Annie with that one.
I don't even know where to go with that one. That's crazy. I don't know. I think it's like wildly disingenuous to be like, oh my god, Game Pass is the only reason to own an Xbox at this point, and then also to lump in all of the things of like they've raised their console prices two times, and they've done this and they've done that. When like literally, not even just in gaming, that's every single fucking product on the market today. I worked until next week in retail for the last 4 years. What I do every single day is I get 5 emails about what brands are increasing their prices. I have raised Z Supply sweater prices 3 times in the last month.
Sheesh.
Like this is not oh my god, Microsoft, why would they ever do this to it's every fucking product that is made anywhere. It doesn't matter if it's made in South America or Asia or even domestically.
China.
The prices are going up because they can justify it because every other price is going up. We live in hell now. We welcome to
Danny.
it.
Point,
Like,
Danny.
everything bullshit. Welcome to bullshit town.
If when everything's
welcome to
going
hell.
up, you have to make a lot of choices between stuff. Right?
Well,
you can't just
exactly.
have everything anymore. So why the fuck would you bother with Xbox when you could just go somewhere else?
Because it's better than at least 2 of the other places without question.
Yeah.
You can't
I mean,
convince
maybe
me
for me
with
it's
a straight
definitely better
face.
than the Switch. I actually don't know. Like the only reason that like I'm not just switching to another platform
Yeah.
is because I'm fucking stuck with my
Yeah.
with my library.
Well, you're not stuck though, right? Even with your library,
Oh,
because
you could.
the thing is,
That
you
shit's
still
on
have a
PC,
great
you could.
ecosystem. You still have so many
I don't
options
think I
to play your
physically
games
afford to
everywhere.
rebuy all,
That's the
like,
thing about
1,200
it.
Games I own.
Yeah,
I
but
say that-
physically don't think that's affordable.
But going beyond that, though, Crusader, you still
Yeah.
have the thing that Microsoft offers is a lot of options to where to play your game. That's another major benefit that the other two don't give you, right?
Not
like
most of that library though. Like most of that library is
until
not
they get
play
that ironed
anywhere.
out. Yeah, they got to get that
like,
ironed out.
for
To be
now.
fair,
But like every couple weeks, we hear like another thing is increasing in the direction that you're asking for there. So like, I mean, we're gonna keep seeing that move out. Like I agree with you, but like it is getting better, and it's just like
But do
I
most
don't know. You
gamers even
compare
care about that?
I mean,
though?
like let's compare. I mean, no, but Crusader does, and that's who I'm talking to. But you compare this to the other places you can play games, and like, yeah, man, this does suck. There's no fucking. I'm not sitting here telling you this doesn't suck because it does. But I look at across the board and like how much bullshit Nintendo was doing in the lead up to the Switch 2. Like that shit didn't disappear
Oh
just
yeah,
because
but I didn't buy one of those outright.
Right. Like PlayStation's doing just as much horse shit, and don't fucking get it twisted. They're gonna see this price increase. You think that PlayStation Plus price not going up?
oh yeah,
You better
they
buckle
haven't
in,
raised the price
buckaroo.
since I think early 2024.
they haven't
Well,
had
you
a,
better-
they haven't
you
had a
better
reason.
brace
to.
yourself.
More
They
reason.
haven't had a reason.
Late 2025, early 2026, they're gonna do it again. I promise
Be
you
prepared. Yeah.
that. It's coming. Like like we're looking at this, through a microscope.
I'm
and
not
just,
saying
like,
that it ain't coming,
like-
but it ain't gonna be $30, Danny. I'm just saying.
Well, no, because it's not worth
They don't
half
offer
that.
anything.
Like, they haven't added shit to it.
I was gonna say they'll
Like,
offer enough to charge that, but they never know.
PlayStation,
I only got
PlayStation
the
Plus isn't
PlayStation
worth what
Plus
it's worth
Essential.
now.
Premium remains the worst
Premium is-
service on the market.
Yeah, it's pretty
Exactly.
bad.
The premium
Plus
is just
premium.
like terrible, but essential and standard I think are pretty
Yeah,
even.
and then on the PC side, it's like there's a lot of benefits there, but you got to drag your balls through broken glass to get shit to work half the time on Steam or anywhere. Like, you got to have a fucking engineer or an engineering degree or a friend who's got one to try and figure out how half that shit works. You know how many
I
times
feel like
I've
you're
bought
coming
a
out
game?
Crusader there.
You know,
Truly.
well, he is an
But
engineer, so he's
why
just
I
like,
don't game on PC because I don't want to. I don't want to do my work at.
You don't want to work and play in the
he
same
is an
sandbox.
engineer. That's why I allow him to get away with how many actuallys he throws at me, because like he does know.
You do have a bunch of
He's
actuallys.
good.
You do have that, actually, to be fair.
So you know, but it's fine because like he's earned that shit. He went through the grueling bullshit that is engineering.
He went through the rigmarole. But listen, I want to highlight Game Logic's rebuttal, I guess, to what you guys were saying on the whole a la carte thing. Now his point was, he said, outside of subs, let me read this properly if I can get this out of my way. Okay, oops, I clicked on something wrong. Get out of my way thing. Okay, he says outside of subs, that part would probably work and is a proven model as Amazon does it. Where else did he reply? I'm sorry, I saw the he says, I think many who knee-jerked unsubscribing will be back in a month and will keep it into next year.
I don't know about a month.
These people leaving. Where was it? Okay, here it is. He says, if you're talking about a la carte resulting in variable pricing per customer and multiple price points vis-a-vis 3 specific tiers, that does not result in predictability. I think he's fair in saying that, because there's nothing to predict. If I'm picking and choosing, how do I say, well, this
yes
is the
and
price
no,
I'm going to
because
get?
you can predict the range that people will be buying at. So you assume everyone's buying in at an average expected rate, and you can determine that based on the first couple months of the service. After that, you see like the bell curve has actually you can see your bell curve, and your bell curve remains consistent. You can easily create a predictive model. It won't be, you're not wrong, it is a little bit chaotic in the beginning, but you know at a minimum they'll be paying a certain amount. And if you offer the 3 basic ones for most people, that's what most people are going to pick, because they're idiots, and they're not even going to know the a la carte exists because they're idiots. Most consumers are idiots. Hell, half the time I don't look at half the stuff that I'm doing.
Not you all in the chat. He doesn't mean you all. You all are.
Yeah.
No, I include me in this.
No, he's right though. He is right, because they've got that. They had that thing at least on for like a lot of subscriptions. Like Game Pass used to have it where you could just buy a year and it would be cheaper. And I never bothered with that shit because I was like, I might want to cancel, you know. And I was like, so I was paying more for it, and I was just like, nah. And did I ever cancel? Clearly, fucking not.
The amount of people who just leave auto pay on and like forget for like 4 years that they're paying for something. I forgot that I was paying for Fortnite Crew for 6 months. So
really
I don't ever have to worry about V-Bucks when a new skin comes out.
Wait, you really, that happened to you for real, you're saying? Or you just...
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, consumers are idiots when it comes to this stuff, and that's why over the last 4 years they were trying to put some consumer protection stuff in place, but now all that's gone. It's just so like, yeah, they can definitely come up with a model for like how they'll expect people to spend, because they can put them under the like 3 expected umbrellas of like, some of the consumers are going to be paying this much, some of them will be paying this much, some of them will be paying this much, and the rest of them, well, they'll be paying at least this much. And then after a couple months, you can see how it actually lays out, and it's like, oh, well, we now know that this is about how much everyone will be paying, and you have it. Because otherwise, at $30, people are just going to be coming in for a month, and then they'll churn out, and then maybe they'll come back 5 months from now, and they'll churn out. There's no predictability about that. Like, the only way you're going to be able to predict that is when your games are coming out. But like, then why offer the service at all? Because people are only tuning in, or people are only going to be subbing when your most expensive shit comes out, or enough is stocked up, and you're essentially just selling them the games for cheaper. Because they're just tuning in once, $30, and then they're out again. Instead of them being forced to pay the $70 to $80, you want them to pay if they were to buy it outright. Like, you have to keep people subbed long enough. And for $30 for a gaming subscription that we don't know when anything's going to come into. We don't know the quality of that. Like, because there's never been consistency from Microsoft on the quality. Because, like, sometimes, like, you just go months and months and there's not even a AAA game. Or there's not even a first-party game. You know, there's not a day one AAA game. So, like...
Yeah.
Like...
But, okay, and you're right. and you should say it, and I agree with you. But also, to Assassin's point, they've been doing this shit for 3 years, and they're still saying we're making more money than ever. So like,
Right.
it's not. I don't know, man. Is this going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back? I kind of doubt it.
You want to know my conspiracy theory, Danny?
I know you're going to tell me regardless.
Yeah, well, I just figured I would ask nicely before.
Yeah.
No,
So
it's okay. I love
here's the
you.
thing, right? Here's the thing, and I'm putting on the conspiracy hat here. All right, join me, everyone. Join me.
Foil hats on, everyone.
So 2 months ago, when I was on the show with you guys, Microsoft had announced Outer Worlds 2 was going to be $80. They said it was going to be the standard for first party going forward. Obviously, we all fought back because bullying corporations does work, and they resumed it back to $70. You cannot tell me it's a coincidence that almost exactly a month later, and I looked this up, by the way, almost exactly a month later, consoles go back up. Second time in a row. In a 3-month span. That's incredibly unusual. 2 weeks after that, we get this jump from 20 to 30. My conspiracy brain here is, many moons ago, Phil Spencer and the team at Xbox, they went to Satya and said, hey, we got Bethesda, we're getting Activision, you're going to get this many subs, you're going to get this much revenue from our division by 2027. Right now we're in 2025. They're looking at predictions. They're looking at what they promise, and they go, oh shit. We are not making as much money as we promised. You got Satya over there. He's looking at the reports. You guys promised me this. You guys promised me this much money. You promised me this many subs. You promised me this. And here's Phil and the team panicking. Where do we get this extra money from? Okay, let's try and charge our games $80. Maybe that'll work. Okay, nope, didn't work. Let's raise our console prices one more time. Maybe that'll do it. Alright, we're getting more money, but not as much as we want. What else can we charge? What else can we up? Because we want to make sure that Satya is satisfied.
And
All
I
right,
hear you.
This is a
Games-
conspiracy theory because this is genuinely, I guarantee you, what is happening. Like this is the
Well, but
this
it's
is the
not
coldest
though,
hot
because we
take I've
know
ever heard.
like
This
is
is
a great
what is
conspiracy.
happening.
This is a great conspiracy theory if the
wait.
company's not making money, but we know for a fact that Sarah Bond just said they're making $5 billion off Game Pass this year.
Yeah, but they-
like,
no,
that's an insane number.
wait, Crusader, wait. To your point, the coldest hot take, right? I was saying it as a conspiracy theory because I know that as soon as I start talking about this, there's going to be a ton of people in denial. Like, absolute fucking denial. They're not doing this because Satya's not happy with it. Then why the fuck? You're telling me that within 2 months, they tried raising first party, they upped consoles, they're upping Game Pass. This is extremely unusual, by the way.
Okay.
Name another year where consoles have gone up twice, subscriptions went up that much, and they tried upping their own published games.
Never happened.
Well, tell me another
First
year
time.
where
Never
the commander-in-chief of the most powerful economy on the planet has been changing how much shit costs importing from country to country based on what side of the fucking bed he woke up
It's never
on.
happened.
Like,
we're
we're living in
that
some
is-
of the most bullshit times of all time. Like, it's insane. There was an ice raid like 2 miles from my house where they grabbed 41 people, and I think like 3 of them were actually undocumented. We live in hell. Welcome to it.
Well,
Like, I think
Welcome to hell, everyone.
I get that, like,
Welcome
we're the
to
video
hell.
game guys, and so we're seeing the video game part of the bullshit,
Yeah.
and like that part still sucks. I get it, I do. But being like, this is the only year Microsoft is doing this thing when like everything's fucked.
Everything,
You can't look anywhere. Every single product I have looked at or touched or had to purchase this entire year has been more expensive than it should have been, or worse than it should have been.
I do think
like, it's all garbage. We live in hell.
I'm just imagining Danny going to the store. He's touching like a handful of bananas, and the price immediately goes up from 2 to 5, just because he touched it.
Sometimes it feels like it. Genuinely.
Sounds like an episode of like Black Mirror or something, doesn't it?
I think that,
bullshit.
Danny, you're 100% correct. I think the reason we're seeing it more from Microsoft than we are from the other people in the gaming industry is largely because like they're largely content with the standard gaming
Business practice.
the gaming in gaming. Most of the margins are expected to be 15% positive. You have 15%
Right.
profit over revenue. Microsoft likes its divisions to be 30%,
Sure.
and
But-
I think that's part of the reason why we're seeing it more with Microsoft than anyone else, because they're looking at it and they want it to have the same margins as goddamn Office and Azure.
I
For
heard
sure.
not
That's
a
absolutely
rumor so
part of
much
it.
as I guess an observation where Tim Stewart, who was the CFO of Xbox, if you will, he oversees Game Pass, so he's much aligned with the Amy Hoods and the Satyas and such and their shareholders, and that's why we continuously see these ridiculous. I know some people are like, well, there's nothing pro-consumer, but you were starting to see more of what we would consider anti-consumer practices, more
Raw corporate greed,
Yeah.
late stage capitalism.
late stage capitalism, 100%.
Line must go up at all costs, even if it means in shitifying our products.
And it's
Right.
funny you said it because I spoke on it earlier on Boom Show. I was saying, late stage. I don't know if I mentioned late stage capitalism, but I did say extreme capitalism because late stage is the proper name. But that when we get to that point, like we're gonna have to have a crash at some point, right? Because
it's coming.
it's
We're in
definitely
it.
coming. And
We're
only,
in-
Customers can only take so much before they're gonna have to start dropping stuff.
that's
somewhere.
what I'm saying. We're gonna have to
And-
revolt, I think, at a point and unify. And I think not enough people, from what I saw, feel like unifying. It feels more like some people are capitulating, and I think we got to get past that point.
absolutely.
But listen, we got to move on. So I want to ask
Yeah.
positives. If you all have any positives, I want to hear, what do you see genuinely? No pessimism, no sarcasm involved. I'll start with you, Assassin. We'll move down from there. What do you see as a positive for those who may be subscribers to whatever tier, however you might want to slice it, be it essential, be it PC? What would be the positive, and what would you say for those, and to try to sell them on this if you had to do so?
If I had to do so,
He's like, look, I don't want to do this.
but he told me I can't be sarcastic. I
No
can't
sarcasm.
be this or that. I'm like, I
You
can't.
may as well have just told him you can't talk. That's crazy. I've never seen some shit like that.
I've handcuffed
Exactly.
him.
It's just like Umbra's trying to basically you're asking me to sell people on Game Pass it, because if there's a positive at all,
Yeah.
I'm not being dramatic here when I'm saying I can't think of anything. I
I
can't.
only have one.
I guess you could look at
Crusader,
essential.
please tell me
Essential
one, 'cause
seems
I
like
would
one.
love to know.
At least all of the tiers now fucking include multiplayer.
That is true. Yep.
Because
that's a good point.
the middle tier didn't before.
That's
for
true.
no
Are you
reason.
kidding? What?
He's
Yeah,
dead
no.
serious.
The middle tier just didn't
The
have
first
the
two.
multiplayer. So it was like, why does this tier even exist? Because half of the games, if you want to play them with your friends, which is one of the big things that Games Pass is marketed to break a barrier for.
So
It just
Okay.
didn't.
I think essential, you can make an
Okay, I know.
argument for essential because you're getting 50 more games, right? Curated when it was
Like-
25 before that, and you got online with it in cloud.
got
So
more games,
that
I
is an
guess.
upgrade for sure.
If Xbox actually had market share in the console space and weren't just floundering out of it right now because they're not supporting the console at all, I would agree with you. I would agree with you 100% that
Yeah.
a set the tier feels like it's missing. There's a missing link in there. So the final tier just kind of throw out. The first two tiers actually feel kind of well made and balanced for what's in them price wise.
I
Like that.
agree,
think the
although
middle
I
tier's
hate the
missing.
premium naming because I hate that it went from
Yeah.
standard to premium and it doesn't feel premium because
It-
you're
it
missing
should
out
have
on
been
day one
like-
games to now. So
Yeah. The missing the day one games is the big thing. That there's no good tier that is just get day one games. Don't worry about the bullshit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let me
And that's what the
give me
middle
a
tier
tier.
could be.
Let me
Give me a
highlight my
tier that is
homie
just-
Doc Dark. Doc, what's up, Doc? He says, gentlemen, I did the math, and for me, the $30 a month still makes sense. He says, and PC Game Pass actually saves me money. I literally just dropped the video on it. We got to check that out. What's up, Shane, my brother? He says, I'm here for the rants. Please don't disappoint. Shane, you might have to rewind a bit. Maybe go back
rewind.
about...
We got a great one.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking about the EA situation, I still
Well-
got one cooking.
Right,
Nice,
we're about
yeah.
to move on to the EA right after this. So But Shane, rewind back maybe 45 to an hour. You'll hear we got plenty of rants going on in here from these three gentlemen. I could sit back and let them do their thing. I already said my piece earlier on Boom's show, so I'm good. But Doc, if you could share your link to that in the chat, and we can make sure to get that shared out or so, or go to my Discord too. We got to have you on sometime, by the way, Doc.
I muted in time, right? No one just heard me like have the loudest, most painful sneeze of all time.
No, I didn't hear it.
Oh, I thought it was
good.
a fart. I'm sorry.
That was that
It
Game
was actually
Pass.
painful.
I blame Microsoft for that.
I
So
thought
listen,
you blew a ring.
so
So hard he knocked himself out.
so Assassin, you couldn't find anything you said that was positive for you.
I literally could not find anything, man. Like, props to everyone in chat. Like, you guys have found your reason for Game Pass, and I completely get with you guys on why you feel that way. I understand addiction is very hard to break.
Whoa.
It's just. Nah, I'm just kidding. I joke with Holly all the time
you're
about
right.
her and Call of Duty, but yeah, I mean, I'm just saying.
He called y'all some
As someone
crackheads.
who has the ability to detach from whatever the fuck I'm interested in,
Yeah.
whenever something is not going the way that I hoped it would, I respect y'all for actually holding the line.
That sounded like
But-
a backhanded compliment right there to me. I
Oh,
don't know.
it definitely was.
Right,
He said he
didn't
couldn't
it?
be sarcastic, so
I mean-
he had to.
Yeah.
He
I
found his
mean,
way in.
He found a way.
I knew he
Yeah.
would. He's too smart.
I mean, I love y'all. I love y'all, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna think a little bit less of y'all, just a little bit. But yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
So okay.
But hey, yeah, I mean, hey, Microsoft has some good games, but like Crusader said, they got to be top quality. And as much as I love Avowed, it was just an RPG. South of Midnight was too repetitive and too short for me. Oblivion had tons of problems.
Oblivion,
Yeah, they really got to
that's
nail
just-
it on the
those,
head.
Those are ancient problems.
Right.
I
those are
know
from-
they got to nail it on the head next year with whatever, because we need to see Fable gameplay, man. We really do.
We need to see Fable
We've seen
itself.
Fable gameplay.
Fable,
Right.
We need to see Fable release.
Yeah, we need to see that
Exactly.
game.
Special Nick's not convinced it's coming out next year.
Uh-oh.
I'm not. I think it's 50-50 to be honest with you.
I actually theorized that it could be a
Am I?
launch title for next gen, actually. So I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be
now.
surprised.
And like that's the problem. Like they've said that these things are coming out next year, but they say a lot of fucking things. Like who knows? That shit could be delayed.
Yeah.
Like in
Yeah.
theory, I can get my value out of $360 subscription a year.
Well-
In practice, I don't trust Microsoft to actually.
Well, the problem is
what
that
I
it doesn't
need,
actually fucking matter, because as long as they put out Call of Duty and Forza next year, they're gonna make a profit basically no matter what.
That's true. Yeah.
So like,
Call of Duty E-Day more than likely drops next year as well.
I mean,
Call
yeah,
of Duty E-Day.
He meant Gears, but yeah.
Did I say it right? I was trying
You
to
did,
say
yeah.
Call of Duty E-Day Gears. I'm saying Gears E-Day. I'm
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
but yeah.
It's
Man, I
mean,
can't wait for Gears of Duty.
Gears of Duty.
The fact, hey, you know what? That crossover though, if they can put the Joker in that shit, I don't know why Marcus Phoenix hasn't in it. He
That's
might be,
right. I don't get that either, actually. But let me. Okay, so
Danny, what I don't understand is how Halo has not done it. But yeah, go ahead.
I don't get how either of them
Yeah.
not cross.
They're both in Fortnite now, included with Game.
Yeah, how
Halo
they're in
Infinite does
Fortnite but
have
not
the
in Call
power
of
armor
Duty.
from Fallout.
That's so
They
odd
don't
to
have
me.
the Doomslayer armor. They don't have this.
It's very odd.
You know
they
what's
don't use
crazy?
them like that.
Every
Yeah.
single thing you just named is in Fortnite, and I think
Yep.
I have most of them.
Yeah,
Oh, damn.
me too.
Are you
Shout out to
kidding?
Fortnite crew.
Well, like I think half of those were in battle passes. To be fair,
Yep.
like Doomslayer was the
Yep.
one of the Spartans was. So like yeah, a lot of that shit was just in game.
Was
like,
the Fallout
in battle
power armor
passes.
one of them?
No,
Yes.
but I don't own that one. Oh, was it in there?
Oh, it's in
No,
there?
That was in the game. I don't
No,
know.
I
if it
was asking.
It was in the
if it
game.
there.
Yeah, I don't think I know if it's.
I had no idea they had that in
in
there.
Fortnite, but not Halo Infinite, where it makes sense.
Yeah, I don't-
What the
I
hell?
don't
because
know.
it actually would make money in Fortnite.
Right. They don't want it.
I mean, yeah.
Except for
You're right. I
through
forgot.
Game Pass.
Microsoft is
Crazy.
stupid. I forgot.
they only want it
Fortnite
through
fucking
Game Pass
crazy,
money from
crazy.
us. But so okay, so no positives for Assassin.
Nope.
And for Crusader, yours was
At least
Same.
they fucking fixed the multiplayer.
they fixed the
Like that
multiplayer for
multiplayer wasn't
premium.
in the tier.
That's a positive. Okay, so Danny, what about you? What's the positive that you could fish out of this? If you had
I
to
think
sell it to
the-
somebody, yeah.
I think the thing to keep in mind here is that this is not going to stand. Like, I don't think this is going to be long term. I really do think that there's going to be some. They're probably not going to like change the price, but I think they are going to like maybe shuffle some things around. Like, they will respond to this in some way to make it suck less. Not make it not suck. To be clear, it will suck, but to make it suck less. So like that's definitely going to be pretty good. And I do think if you are part of the very specific cross section of people who does want all the things that are in Ultimate, then like you're eating regardless. Like if this is too much for you, then don't pay for it and vote with your wallet. If you're one of those people like me who these are all things that you were probably going to have anyway, and now you get to save $2 or whatever, then like stick around and we'll just see how it plays out. And if it doesn't work out for them financially, then they will be forced to change it. And if it turns out that they bet correctly, then they won't. And it's just a matter, that's just how it is. Like, I don't know. Like, I would love to be more upset about this, but there are so many worse things happening right now. Like, for example, the second story we're about to talk about, that I just like don't have the energy to be like, oh, you want $10 more from me? Whatever, man. I'll buy one less fucking lunch out a month. It's fine. Like,
you telling me I got to get rid of my coffee that I get from Starbucks? That's like $7.
Microsoft actually on the global scheme recently made a positive change in the world, in that they are no longer allowing war criminals to use their shit.
That's
so like for me, I'm balancing that out a little bit. Like, you want $10 more from me for a thing I was going to pay $12 for,
right?
But also
stop supporting the genocide and whatever
a handful less
it.
people in Gaza will get blown up.
Right.
Okay, sure. I'm not happy in general right now, but I'll take it. I fucking guess. Yeah.
You'll be happy until you get taken out by a fucking missile from China that was supplied by Microsoft.
I live in Texas. They're not aiming at red states.
I mean,
right. They're coming right for Chicago, baby. But
it's gonna be how the number that goes for.
So listen, let's move to this, and this might be the last one. I was going to try to do October releases, but we don't really need that. Let's move to
that.
Yeah,
next week.
We can do that next time. So let's move to this next major topic, and that was EA. And I got some questions for this, and I don't know if you all have any questions too. I did ask if you all could come up with a question or so for the panel, but if you don't have it, it's fine, because we don't have a ton of time. So video game Electronic Arts to be bought out in largest ever private equity buyout, valued at $55 billion. Now, I had to think about that. I'm like, wait a minute. They say private equity. Is that so? They're differentiating that from Microsoft's purchase of ABK because they weren't
correct,
private.
because Microsoft is not a private company.
Gotcha. That's what I was thinking. So I apologize for this image here on the right, folks. Deal with it. Okay, so shout out to AP News right here. The Electronic Arts, the maker of video games like Madden, NFL, Battlefield, and The Sims, is being acquired by an investor group, including Saudi Arabia's Sovereign Wealth Fund, in the largest private equity-funded buyout in history. The investors, who also include a firm managed by Jared Kushner, President Trump's son-in-law, and the private equity firm Silver Lake Partners, valued the deal at $55 billion. I feel like Dr. Evil saying that $55 billion.
I mean, you just listed out the like Legion of Doom.
I know,
like
for real.
When Silver Lake is the good guy, in the room, you have fucked up.
God, we got
is Silver Lake, Danny? Do you know?
Right.
Vaguely, they're like a really aggressive. What's it called?
I don't want to deviate too much because
Okay. They're an investment firm that's into a lot of shady bullshit.
Yep. So EA, I only do that for the sake of time, but I don't.
Yeah, no, you're good.
So EA stockholders will receive $210 per share. The deal far exceeds the $32 billion price tag to take Texas utility TXU private in 2007, which had shattered the records for leveraged buyouts. PIF, which is currently the largest insider stakeholder in Electronic Arts, will be rolling over its existing 9.9% investment in the company. The commitment to the massive deal is in line with recent activity in the gaming sector by Saudi fund, wrote Andrew Marek of Raymond James. The Saudi PIF has been a very active player in the video game market since 2022. taking minority stakes in most scaled public video game publishers, and also outright purchases of companies like ESL, Faceit, and Scopely. He wrote, the PIF has made its intentions to scale its business arm, Savvy Group, Games Group rather, clear, and the EA deal would represent the biggest such move to date by some distance. PIF is also a minority investor in Nintendo, as we found out some months back. We actually covered that too. I don't want to keep reading.
Literally everything. If it's a public gaming company, assume they own at least like 2%.
Exactly. So credit to
like
AP.
Tencent, yeah.
Credit to AP and Michael
Except I would take Tencent over them, frankly.
I actually would too. So I guess, Danny, I'll start with you. What is your thoughts on this whole thing? Be it good, bad, or the ugly? What's your thoughts on this?
Bro, this sucks shit. This is so.
What a mood.
This is the real bad. Like, there wasn't a good story this week. This is still the bad story this week.
Yeah,
for sure.
Like,
we got bad,
this is
and then we
depressing.
got bad.
Like, this is so fucked. This isn't their first step into video games. Obviously, you already said that they own a bunch of they own stake in a bunch of shit. I think they have it's like just short of 10% of Nintendo. Like they are everywhere.
98% of SNK.
Yeah, they
some,
effectively
like,
they own
Capcom?
SNK.
Yeah.
They do have a percentage of Capcom. Like they got their fingers in everything. Weirdly, except I don't think that they own any part of Microsoft or Sony. I might be wrong on that, but I think that's last I saw. I think that's true. I don't know.
Yeah.
Either way.
Last thing I want is Saudis touching Microsoft or Sony, but go ahead.
I don't know that they'd be able to make it much worse, to be honest with you, but we'll see.
Yeah,
It's the issue with them owning EA is that now, on top of them owning it, it's also a privately held company, which means they get to make all of the choices about it. There's no board. When we were talking about EA before, the board was fucking them up, but now maybe a board would keep them in line, because when we're talking about this particular group of Saudi Arabia, like the Saudi Arabia Public Investment Fund, we're not talking about the people of Saudi Arabia. I just want to make that clear. The people who live in Saudi Arabia are just normal fucking people who happen to live in that country, but their leadership, their government is bullshit. The prince, who is the person who owns this public investment fund, he is best known for executing journalists and finding every way in his power to silence women and anyone who is even 1 degree on the rainbow spectrum. Dude's a menace. He's a real problem. So him coming in and now being the guy who is in charge of the American football video game feels crazy. Like, there's people making a lot of big generalizations like, oh, that's the country that did 9/11. And they're not wrong, but also they are, because like the people who did 9/11, like, they're not around anymore. Like, that was a very small terrorist group. Like, they
were just funded by them, weren't they?
It's like a whole thing. It is more complicated than that. Like, when people who say that, they're like reading the back jacket of the book and not the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, just think about that. Is like the 9/11 guys own Madden. That's crazy. Like, that's insane. And then you look at it and it's like, okay, they own that. They own Battlefield. And you go down the list and it's like, okay, well, now they also own games that I personally also care about. They own Mass Effect. They own Dragon Age. If you're one of the handful of loud dickheads who you were like, Dragon Age Veilguard was bad because it had a trans character in it, and not it was bad because it was a dog shit game, which it was, then like, I guess this might technically be a win for you, like, because their dumb bigoted bullshit is in agreement with your bigoted bullshit. So like, hey, congrats, I guess. But for everybody else on the planet, this sucks. Like, they are going to take all these franchises, many of which are some of the biggest franchises in video games, even though, Mass Effect hasn't necessarily like done anything for a minute. And they're going to they're still going to put these games out, make no mistake, but there's going to be little changes, just these little twists of things that'll be different that you'll see, and it'll just feel wrong. And then you'll also have to keep in mind that every time you give this company money, that money is probably being used to either purchase other things that you don't want them to purchase, or literally commit war crimes. Like, it's It's insane. It's genuinely insane. And under any other administration, this wouldn't have been allowed to have happened. Our FTC would have blocked it because of exactly that reason. But because Jared Kushner, our president's son-in-law, is one of the investors, he was like, sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
And so now here we are, one of the biggest American video game publishers, one of the biggest publishers in America of the biggest money-making like form of entertainment, is now owned by some of the worst people on the planet. Yeah. Including the son-in-law of our president.
So I looked into it to be sure, and PIF does have stakes in Microsoft, oddly enough.
Okay.
They hold a stake in Microsoft.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, right. Of all exactly. It says PIF, rather, which, by the way, stands for Public Investment Fund, holds a stake in Microsoft, initiated in quarter 2 of 2022 with 1.8 million shares valued at $474 million. And as of quarter 2 of 2025, Microsoft remains among PIF's 57 disclosed U.S. equity holdings per SEC 13F filings. Exact current, blah, blah, blah. So on.
Do we know what percent that is?
Not much.
Maybe
probably
maybe it's a good thing.
Not enough to get a board seat.
Yeah, like it's
probably
one of
like 3% or something. I don't know. I wouldn't imagine as much.
I mean, it's not. I'm sure it's not. But even so, like that's still they're like them and Tencent. They're like the Hydra of the entertainment industry. Like you look at, there's another thing that's been in the news recently. Is they're doing this big comedy special over in Riyadh, and there's a lot of like big name comedians who are just taking this huge bag to go over there. Yeah. Some of them really disappointing. Bill Burr is going over there.
Yep.
And who's the one? He used to date one of them Kardashians. He was in.
I think Bill Burr was the biggest.
Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson is crazy because his dad died in 9/11.
Oh, and wow! So he's going over there too. I didn't know that.
And he's going over there. Like, and so that shit's crazy. They just bought WrestleMania for next year, 2027.
Yeah.
Like they.
Wait, so where are they going, Danny?
What are you talking about?
WrestleMania. They'll be performing in Saudi Arabia in the next year.
No, where are these comedians going?
Riyadh. Riyadh is in Saudi Arabia. It's just a city
Saudi Arabia.
Riyadh. Oh, Umbra, don't you have a ticket to Riyadh?
Hell no.
Whoa.
All right, good.
I wouldn't trust going out there. It seems like you get caught up for anything. You celebrated too hard.
Yeah.
To jail.
The Crown Prince and the Public Investment Fund are throwing so much money around that there was recently, I don't know how many people in our chat or whatever keep up with the news. I'm sorry this has become political, but this is a political story,
That's
unfortunately.
fine. Yeah, absolutely.
But like WWE was over in Saudi Arabia for a show recently, and everybody, including most of the talent, was like, we don't want to go because it was like 4 days after the president had shot missiles into Iran, and the area that they were in was considered like at risk of entering into a war. And they're like, maybe now's not the best time to send John Cena, the face of WWE, who announced the death of Osama bin Laden to the Americans. Maybe not the best time to send him over there. And it ended up being fine. But like, that's the power that this company has, is that this I guess government has, is that they're willing to just throw all this money into entertainment properties in order to
fundamentally. They're doing it for a purpose. They're doing it for a very important for them. It's an important purpose. The whole reason that they're investing in all these other companies is they're trying to take the money that they make from oil now and put it into things so that they can continue to keep that amount of money if A, the oil ever dries up, or B, we actually move away from oil.
True, but it's also it's even more than that.
That's why they're doing it.
It's also you're correct, but it's also that they're wanting to establish soft power, and the number one way that America has soft power is like the ability for a government to put influence on the people of another country without like litigation or military force. A lot of the things that get cited in that are like movies and television shows and just like things that teach morals to people or whatever, like show a specific view that you want other people to see. That's what they're doing here, is they want to buy up all as much of like entertainment, specifically Western entertainment, that they can, so that they can change what the messages of it are to make them look like they are the good guys, or that so that they can change it so that people in these entertainment things that they're buying are completely agreeing with their viewpoints, so that when people mostly impressionable young people engage with that entertainment, they then think that that's the correct thing because, like, I don't know, fucking Mickey Mouse said it was cool. Obviously, they're not going to buy Disney, but like, you know what I mean? Like, so
Never say never.
This is them trying to, yes, you're right, create a sort of market dominance where they're number one thing. If that goes down, they still got money. But also, it is their way of exerting pressure on the rest of the world. Like, this is a really big deal in a way that I think a lot of people don't necessarily understand.
Yeah.
Is like, this goes so much further than like the 9/11 guys own Madden. Like, that's a huge tagline for this that you can be like, that's crazy. But it's a lot more than that. Like,
It's deeper,
this is genuinely a really scary thing.
Yeah, it's much more, like you said, covert. It's, you know, it's not in our face, and that's why people won't really pick up on it. And a lot of people are not very political or very, I guess, politically literate either, right? So they don't understand this. You know what I mean? And it's still some things I even have to learn, and I know enough to know that this is bad. So I'm with you on that. What's up, 108? What's up, Lemon? I was going to make a joke and say, well, we'll know what's the effects of it if in the next Mass Effect or something, you see all the ladies dressed up in burqas or something like that and and covered up.
I guarantee.
You got on
I
there.
guarantee if they're currently writing Mass Effect 4 and it's got a gay character in it, I guarantee that character's not in it.
Oh, he's not going to make
Which
it.
is wild because Mass Effect, from it, like BioWare in general, like we're going back to like Knights of the Old Republic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
BioWare was woke before woke was like a concept of a concept.
Very much.
Right.
Okay.
Bro, they're gonna give
I gotta add on.
genders.
I gotta add on to what Danny was saying. If there is a gay character in the next Mass Effect, they're getting the Jenkins route immediately.
Yeah.
Like right as it starts.
I genuinely don't even think they'll get that far. I don't think they're getting into the game unless they're the villain. Like, that's where we're looking.
Okay.
I am here to
So-
turn you all gay with my gay rays.
One
Yeah.
thing.
Dead.
I put chemicals in the water
Stevie
and made
Wonder?
you and the frogs gay.
They're going to have Alex Jones in there. The gay,
Um,
the gay villain is turning the frogs gay. What were you going to say, Crusader?
here's a big thing. Back in the day, the only people who complained that shit was shoved down your throat in Mass Effect, like Mass Effect 3 is one of the gayest games I've ever played. Like,
I mean,
I love Mass Effect.
non-derogatory.
That's-
Non-derogatory.
That's a
Not
quote right there.
Derogatory. It was actually
Absolutely
true.
non-derogatory. Actually,
That's
I
a
take
quote
it back.
right there. We need to
Dragon Age
post
Origins is the gayest game I've ever played. That's
Bro.
that's like not made specifically for.
Yeah.
Like that's like I'm like
It's
not
not like a
talking,
dating sim. Yeah.
Like I'm not talking dating sims. I'm not talking Life
Yeah.
is Strange. Like I'm talking like just an RPG video game, right? Like that game was huge for that back in the day, and not a fucking soul complained. People like the chuds of the internet are like, "Oh, I wanted them to go back to Dragon Age Origins." I'm like, "Bro, did you play Dragon Age Origins? Like, really? Did you actually remember that video game? I played it 2 years ago.
That's good.
What the
That's a good
fuck are
game.
you talking about?" And one of the things that we didn't cover is that they took out $20 billion in I believe it's like Class B minus loans
In debt,
in order to purchase this. That EA effectively gets saddled with as a subsidiary, like an owned company of these.
That was
of
20
these things.
billion in as far as that, right? That they're
Yes,
covering.
20 billion.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And at first people were like, oh, they're gonna close like BioWare down. I'm like, no, they're not gonna close BioWare down. There'll people be laid off. They're not gonna close BioWare down because that's not efficient towards making that money back.
I got a question.
If they're gonna close studios down, they're going to sell them and their assets.
So there goes the question. I'm glad you said
It
that.
is far more likely that BioWare gets sold than anything else happens.
So I'm glad you did that because that goes to my question I was going to ask you guys.
From your lips to God's ears.
From your lips to God's ear, like that's probably the best thing that could happen depending on where they land. So I'll ask you all this question: if they are
I
to
don't
be
know if
sold
there's
off,
a worse place.
if they
I
are
don't
to
know
be
if they
sold,
could go to a war. I would fucking take Embracer right now over that shit.
I kind of would too.
The-
being
Oh,
honest.
God,
But
no.
let me throw it out there to
So,
you. Let me set it
the
up for you
likely
first,
one-
Crusader. So who would be
the likely one
in you
to buy
guys'
them.
best opinion to be the who will be the best acquisition or partner, or guess if you would to actually
you want best
acquire?
or you want likely?
No, best. Let's say best.
I'm
Not
gonna do
likely.
both, but I will actually.
I like how you asked that. Then still gonna give. Go ahead.
I'll go
I'm
after
sorry, I have
Crusader.
The best one that could probably buy them right now, honestly, if I want the production values that I want out of Mass Effect, would probably be PlayStation.
Who would it be?
And that sucks because that should be exclusive in a heartbeat.
Who did you say?
And I'll be devastated that it'll be exclusive in a heartbeat. But like that, like
Did
for
you say
them, it makes the most
PlayStation?
sense.
Is that what you
They-
said? You said
Yeah,
PlayStation.
they don't have an RPG
Oh.
studio.
Because of the production value.
Because of the production values, they don't have an RPG studio.
Yeah.
So it would be something they would actually take and care and nurture for in
You
order
know,
to fucking have
I
that
actually
product.
agree with you there on that. I wouldn't
that
want
would
that,
be
but
the
that would
best.
be that
That
would
would be
make
the
sense.
best possible outcome to make sure that I get a good Mass Effect game.
Yeah.
Like genuinely,
Likely though.
the most likely I think is actually Microsoft.
Son of a bitch.
There is a huge history.
You didn't like either of his options.
Microsoft created Mass Effect with
Yeah.
Casey Hudson.
They
and
literally
BioWare.
did.
They
The
did.
first,
They,
what,
they, won,
first
they
one, maybe
published
two?
it. They created it. And Microsoft also has tried to put a corner on the Western RPG market.
They have, yep. They've all but done it. Yeah.
The major competitors to them that are, and I say major competitors, the studios
Not
that
really a
will put
competitor,
out
but yeah.
put out more than one title every once in a while are Larian, who now owns like 4 or 5 studios internally that they bought during the pandemic,
Right.
But they're
and CD
fucking up.
Projekt Red.
So that was going to be my guess.
Those are
right
other
there.
potential buyers.
Now, I saw somebody say that, which is why I brought this question. Shout out to Slow Mo. He said that, and I saw other people say this too, actually, so he wasn't alone. But he said, what if CD Projekt Red acquired BioWare?
Or Larian, both would be excellent. Those would also be they would
Yes.
probably be cared for, and the games would come out.
I would see, Larian or
Same
them.
level as
definitely.
same level as PlayStation for me. Like those are great options.
I agree
Where's
with all
Larian,
three, actually, with you on that. I do. I
Where's
think PlayStation would do a good
Larian
job.
based?
Larian is-
everywhere.
I thought they
Europe
were in,
primarily.
They're in Europe. They're somewhere in Europe.
I know they're European, but
Umbra,
like
can you
where
look it
over
up?
there?
Let me look.
Give me
At
a
it.
CD
second.
Projekt, they're a Polish company.
They're
Yeah, they are.
Polish, but they have a couple American studios at
So
this point.
Larian,
They do.
they are in everywhere, like you
Do
said.
they?
They're in Ghent,
They-
Belgium, Barcelona, Spain, Dublin, Ireland, Guildford, England, Kuala Lumpur,
Kuala Lumpur.
Lumpur.
Malaysia,
Shit, Kuala
Quebec,
Lumpur.
Quebec City, Canada, and
Yeah.
Warsaw, Poland. So
Yeah.
they're all over the place.
I
right,
really don't
so-
see CD Projekt being able to do it just because not to bring politics back up, but being a Polish company right now, like they're also about to become a war zone, so they probably got bigger shit going on that they got to like worry about their money for. They're probably not looking to make purchases. Larian
genuinely?
could, but I think that they're probably also in a similar financial situation where they've got good money right now off of Baldur's Gate 3, but then they said that they're not doing another Baldur's Gate, and so they are taking a lot of risk on right now,
Right.
where I don't know if their next game's going to hit like that. So I don't know. We'll have to see how that works
We'll
out.
see.
I think they got that name now.
They do
Yeah,
have the name now. Yeah.
definitely it'll do better than like their previous shit.
Mhm.
But I think because it hits so big, like once a game hits as big as that shit did,
Yeah.
a lot of the like normies who play it don't really know what company made it. They just know that was Baldur's Gate.
Right.
So unfortunately for a lot of those people, whoever's making Baldur's Gate 4 is probably going to get a lot of the rub that they actually deserve for it.
Also, too, to add a little more
you're
to
splitting
that.
votes.
To add a little more to that too, Baldur's Gate 3 was inside of early access for, I was going to say
long
EA, but I don't want to confuse anyone. Early access
Yeah.
for years. So are they going to do the same for the next project, or is it going to come out
probably
with less
should.
time?
They
in
have
it?
way more developers now.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like way more developers.
Right.
now.
Which is
I
also
expect them to have
probably-
more than one project at this point.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure they do, but that's also
Yeah.
probably another reason why they might not be looking to be making a bigger acquisition right now is because they have hired all those other people, so they're probably trying to figure out like what their financial situation is. You know what I mean? So I agree with you. I do think Microsoft is like higher up on the likelihood scale. I do think that they're probably the one that I would want to buy them personally. I'd be okay if PlayStation did because I think all of their shit's not going to be exclusive pretty soon anyway, so I don't really care. And I think that they would do a good job with that. So
They may even take them the Bungie route and be like, yeah, this is a major third-party studio that we bought, and like we understand that like we'll get shit if we lock it behind stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Or
Maybe
either
if
way,
Anthem was existing and actually successful.
yeah,
Sure.
Or,
It's
or it
definitely-
could be the case that they have a 6 month to a year thing that before they bring it to PC. In which
Yeah.
case, PC gamers and Xbox gamers will get a chance to get it anyway next year.
correct. Yeah.
So it works
So
out.
it's
All
that
right,
way.
so
It's a
here's the
situation-
part where I rain on y'all's parade.
Uh-oh.
I do not want Microsoft or Sony to touch nobody. I think they both need
fair.
to get their shit done. I think they need to get their own houses in order. As far as like
agree.
what you said earlier, Umbra, like
Yeah.
who could take BioWare if they were for sale?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going through every single publisher that I can. I cannot think of one. Like Warner Brothers, Ubisoft, they don't fit.
Definitely.
Sega, Square, Bandai would absolutely not
Yeah.
touch them.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be a Japanese company.
It's absolutely not. But I can't see an independent like from Software, Larian, or CD Projekt Red doing it either.
No.
Amazon has the TV show right now. I can't believe I didn't even think of
I don't
that.
know
It won't
why I
be
didn't
Amazon.
think of
I-
that.
Oh yeah.
I know exactly who it's going to be. Look, I would probably prefer if it was Microsoft. I do think that they're the most likely that if they did buy it, that they would just like staff up the studios and leave them alone and see what happened, which is what I would want to happen. Granted, most of the employees that made the good ones don't work there anymore, so who knows?
Right.
But the one who is by far the most likely to buy them is fucking Take-Two. It's 2K.
Take-Two.
That's also
I would also be
That's-
content with Take-Two getting them actually.
They just bought up
Actually,
Gearbox.
yeah.
That's way more of
Yeah.
a risk than this shit.
Well,
the
they also-
Gearbox is much more of a risk, but I would absolutely be happy with Take-Two and Amazon actually because
I don't think I'd be
Amazon
happy
is
with
kind of
Amazon.
giving up on their games
I don't think I'd
division,
be
but like you said, they have a stake in it because of the TV show, so that
Yeah.
does make some sense. And Amazon puts, as we talked about before, they put money, genuine money behind like their production, so I can see them actually doing a great job with that.
What about
I think the show will be good.
this might be-
not too sure
I do.
about
I
the game.
genuinely think the show will be good.
I think
Yeah.
so too.
maybe this would be a bit difficult, Umbra, but what about Focus Entertainment?
I love
Focus Home.
I love Focus
Does Focus Home
Entertainment.
own anyone?
I don't think they really
I
own
tell you.
anyone, but they publish
think
everybody.
they-
But
Don't they own Saber Interactive for the most
No,
part?
Saber Interactive. Saber
Or
Interactive
Saber
is an
Independent.
open option. Saber Interactive
Actually,
is,
yeah,
is an independent studio group.
Yeah, Saber acquires BioWare, and they actually help out with the KOTOR
That's
remake.
actually hilarious.
That would actually be great.
let me look. Let me see. This Focus Entertainment.
Yeah, because Focus Home publishes a lot of stuff, but I don't know that they actually own any internal studios.
I don't think they
I think
do.
they're-
I don't think, like they published Team of Sobo's like a Plague Tale games, and obviously the Space Marine.
Okay, so they
Series,
own they own a few actually that we would know. Actually, they own
Okay.
they own Deck 13.
Okay.
They own Stream on, so it's spelled weirdly, STREUM, Stream on Studio. They own .emu, which I had no idea they own .emu, and the .emu, that makes the bring back the the like
They
the
did Ninja Gaiden
Double
Rage
Dragons
Bound,
and
didn't
all
they?
that. What's that now?
Didn't they do Ninja Gaiden Ragebound recently?
They did. That's right. They own the Arcade Crew, Black Mill Games, Dovetail Games, and Du Decimeso. I don't know how the hell you're supposed to say this. It's DIXI E with the apostrophe over MES. I don't know. It looks French. So yeah, they own a few. Yeah, isn't Deck 13? That's who made like Mafia and such, right? Oh no, I'm thinking of.
I think
Hangar.
Deck 13
I'm thinking of Hangar.
made the most recent Life is Strange games.
Yeah, I'm thinking of
If I
Hangar.
remember.
Hangar 13.
Is it Deck? Is
yeah.
it Deck 13 or is it Deck 9 that did it?
You're
there's too many
thinking Deck
damn
9.
decks.
Hangar 13, Deck 9.
Yeah, Hangar
God,
Hangar
Deck
13 is the one that
13.
did Mafia. I
Deck
got those
13 is
confused.
Atlas Has Fallen.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Fallen.
yeah. I actually like
That open
Atlas.
world art.
I actually
that
like
open world
Atlas Has
RPG
Fallen,
game.
although I know
And they
some
did the
didn't.
Surge as well.
That's true. They did do the Surge.
Didn't they do Greedfall as well and Technomancer?
No, Greedfall.
Or was that Spiders?
Spiders?
Greedfall was
Yeah, I think
yeah.
you're right.
Spiders, yeah.
Yeah. But no, I think that's some good point. I think as Amazon, I think Take-Two, I would certainly be happy with Take-Two doing it. I would trust
Saber.
Probably Take-Two.
it.
They
Yeah,
could
I would
also
trust
close
Take-Two.
BioWare and sell the IPs individually, which I don't know if that's actually any different.
Why would we buy it?
Yeah,
Come
that's
on. What the fuck, what are
crowdfunded
we
everybody.
doing?
I
know.
could 100% see Larian buying the IPs and then being like, "Don't worry, we're going to recreate Dragon Age and just create Baldur's Gate 4, but it's Dragon Age, and that's a
It's
big
Dragon
enough
Age.
Oh
IP
my
to sell
god.
That is true. I
Make
don't
it
know.
a
I would have some very mixed feelings about that, but it probably would be good.
it. Would be better. It would be better than everything dying.
So listen,
It
I
would
completely.
be better than Mass Effect dying.
That is true.
Hey man, Sometimes you gotta
Look,
kill it off.
so
I
I have a question. Though.
Let me throw this out there
Umbra,
before
you go ahead.
your question. So Soil Tech, I completely forgot to read his super chat. Thank you, Soil Tech, brother. I don't know if you're still here. He sends a $1.99 donation. Thank you. He says, please like and sub and share out. Nintendo Life, Danny. He gave you the eyeballs.
Huh? What's up?
He's to Nintendo Life, baby, for life. Go ahead, Assassin. What were you gonna say?
It's a
Like
bad life.
I understand that BioWare, Mass Effect, Dragon Age. I know that they are the big like studio as to who they would probably be the first one to sell off if they don't kill them. That is, but my question is, and this will be for cheap change because I know that EA itself does not care about this IP.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think would actually be well equipped to take on Motive and Dead Space if it was for sale?
Between the ones we named,
Just anybody.
Oh.
Just anybody.
Dead Space. I mean, listen. I actually think
I've never been more glad that it's dead, but still.
I actually think that if the Callisto Protocol devs had the original Dead Space IP and were just allowed to use the original Dead Space IP instead of having to make something that was functionally different and existed separate from Dead Space, that we actually would have gotten a very, very good Dead Space successor. That being said, give it to fucking what's their bucket? The people who made Silent Hill 2 remake and
you're talking about Bloober.
Give it to Bloober Team. 100% give it to Bloober Team. Chronos, the New Dawn, fucking slapped, and that was like the most inspired by Dead Space game I've ever played. Give it to them.
I have I hear you on it. I still have a distrust for Bloober Team after finding out that they basically plagiarized the entire game for their Layers of Fear or some
Layers of
artwork.
Fear, yeah.
I forgot if it was a game they plagiarized or artwork or something like that. They plagiarized a lot of it. And it's a video breakdown of it on YouTube actually. And I was like, wow, they really did steal that. So I'm kind of iffy on them, but I've heard great things about Chronos, to be fair, from a few people. So maybe they could, it seems very in line with Dead Space, right?
I would love to say Sony because they don't have a horror game IP in their bucket, but like I said earlier, I do not soft
What are you talking about?
touching
Last of Us
anybody.
is supposed to be horror.
Which
Oh,
game?
come on. It's
supposed to be.
horror-like.
Last of Us is also supposed to be a good game. So, like,
Oh, Last of
Whoa,
Us.
shit, that's crazy.
Okay.
I
Like that is a horror IP. They just is more of a.
All right,
genre.
Crusader, you and I are
It's
going
a-
to talk out back.
it's horrific that so many people like it.
I feel like The Last of Us has always been more suspense to me. And thriller.
It's
thriller
more
maybe.
thriller than anything.
Yeah,
than
suspense
horror.
and thriller. Definitely.
People saying that The Last of Us is as scary as Gears of War in that it's not.
I don't think
It's
so.
not.
I don't.
But I
think
bet
so.
if you check its tags on Steam, I bet it says horror.
It
I bet
probably.
it would,
Listen, man,
yeah.
Dark Souls says dating simulator. Steam tags are made up and don't matter.
What if the screen?
I'm sorry. Have you not praised the sun? Have you not seen what fucking was it, Lady Guinevere or whatever the hell her name is? Come on.
Lady
I think that's a
Guinevere.
different term for fiery passion there, Danny, but you know what? It's Steam. You do you, man.
Well, hey,
They probably got. What if they got a tag on Steam? I'm
that
gonna
lady,
be a dad.
on the 360, that lady showed up and everyone put down a message in front of her said, "Wonderful chest ahead."
Ooh, damn.
I'm not kidding. And that shit was
I mean,
funny.
Doki Doki Literature Club is, I think one of the tags is actually survival. It's like, what? No, it's not.
Yeah, I don't know. I
I
don't
guess
know.
you survived playing the game. That's what they meant.
You survived. Yeah, it's just like, come on, man.
What a moment that game was.
Well, listen.
Did you actually play it, Danny?
Yeah.
Oh my
you
god.
There
That
you
was
go.
like the game for like 2 weeks.
There you go. So listen, we've come to the end here. I believe I was going to do like I was trying to end us off on a positive, like, oh, what's some good games coming? We don't need to do that. You all go enjoy some games. We got Ghost of Yōtei that just came out today. In fact, I played Assassin's Creed Shadows obviously for that reason because it's very much in line story wise in some ways with the story of Naue and compared to the Ghost of Yōtei story. Kay, what's up, brother? I see you. You got here late, man. You got here
Does
late.
Ghost of Yōtei have the really annoying you can only figure out where you're going by swiping on the fucking
with the wind and all that. I
does the new
believe
one
so.
have that?
Yeah.
I believe so. I would imagine. I liked it though. It worked for me.
Christ.
It worked for me in the first game. I didn't mind it too much.
I just want to fucking waypoint. I don't want to fucking swipe on my controller every like 6 seconds.
I guess it was a clever way, like a happy medium of venturing out on your own to find new things and come across new things, but also kind of spiritually connected to the wind and the land. I don't know.
That's neat. Bad game.
Crusader just wanted Sucker Punch.
Very neat use of
Ubisoft
gimmick controller.
Yeah.
I want to play a video game.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm down for that one. Erika Ishii is basically playing a murderous version of her character from Worlds Beyond Number, and
I mean, that sounds
so
awesome.
Down.
I'm
so
gonna play the
down.
game, but like, I'm just sad that that's still in it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a weird one for sure.
I mean, it could be worse.
What else could be worse about it?
Could be worse.
So, Kay says they also have you blowing your controller now too.
Yeah. Actually,
Wait, are you actually for real? Or are you fucking with me?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Like, are you for real or are you fucking with me, Kay? Don't do this.
I'm going to
I
position.
will buy it, and then I will text you myself, Crusader, and I'll let you know.
I'm going to position Atsu right in the middle of the screen and just start blowing. You feel that, girl?
I mean, hey, look at the bright side.
I
At
want a
least,
fucking controller. Can I turn that shit off?
Take that, Atsu.
no.
Start blowing.
At least you got Atsu walking into the hot springs instead of Jin.
I know, right? But I bet they don't show any cheeks. They showed all his cheeks. I didn't want to see that. They watched it have her covered up like, oh no, dainty, can't show that. But you showed us all his flat male Asian ass. I didn't want to see that. Not at all.
Man.
Oh, he said he's not
Sorry,
kidding.
Umbra.
He's dead serious. He's, by the way, he's not kidding.
Is he?
God, I'm gonna fucking strangle someone.
He said you could turn it off though. So
Oh, you can turn it off. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you? Oh my God.
Oh, he said they show her cheeks too. Oh, okay. We got a W, boys.
Fucking horny
Umbra
as
is like,
shit.
Yeah.
so late.
All right, look, man.
Shit.
Yeah. We won. So listen.
Hey,
let's-
wait a second. Does that mean? Wait. So if you blow into your controller as she's walking into the hot spring, does that mean her ass will jiggle?
Oh, she's
Nah.
probably flat too. Being honest, she's probably got the flat pancakes.
Damn.
I don't
Unfortunately.
think that those,
Yeah.
Danny's like, I'm tired of this.
I don't think
I don't think those mechanics are gonna work together.
I don't think
like
so
that.
either. I don't think our Asian sisters had the cake back then. Nowadays, you see a few Asian chicks pop up and like, okay, you got a little something. You know, they've been doing a little, you know.
You see, it'll be a mod.
Yeah, well,
How you doing, Danny?
that will definitely be a mod by the time it hit PC. You can
I'm having
imagine.
a great time. Also, I mean, come on. We're just gonna disrespect. We're just gonna disrespect Jin's ass like that. We're just gonna.
Hey,
Truly.
I'm sure there's
That
a
was-
mod for
that was-
Jin's ass too.
That was the ass of a hero.
That was Tsushima's ass.
You know what I'm saying?
That's Yushima's ass, right?
And they said the same thing about Master Cheeks and Halo, but that doesn't make it any better.
Look, hey man. Sometimes you gotta show a
New
little
on
bit of
Netflix, by the
ass. Okay. Can you call yourself a hero if you never got your ass out?
Oh.
Name one hero never got their ass out. I'll wait.
Mike Tyson had his ass out. He was a hero.
Correct.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
So there
What
is
is
that.
happening?
There is that. Listen, we gotta get out of here. He said Kay says no Master Cheeks slander tonight. And Rodimus puts out the pancakes. Yes.
How can you slander something so awful?
It was nothing but hot buttered pancakes in that game.
Wait,
Rodimus.
who said no Master Cheeks Lander?
That
Who
was
said that?
Kay
Okay,
Asante.
Asante.
Okay.
Look, I'm just saying.
Oh, that's-
if you want to see.
Oh, that's
if you
rich
wanna
coming
see
from
Lady
Captain
Ass-
Keys.
Oh, that's true. If you want to see Lady Ass, you got to
Right.
be prepared for the man ass. That's all I'm saying.
We suffered through man ass. Now we get the female ass. There we got rewarded. We won.
Yeah.
Ghost of Yōtei, here we come. I meant that both ways. Anyway, no. So listen, let's get out of here. Assassin, we'll start with you, brother. Thanks for joining us, my man. You know, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. It has been a while, and you do seem to come into some unfortunate news, but maybe there is an upside because, as Danny pointed out, maybe that means that they'll revert because they did change that the last time that happened.
That's true. I don't know if
Are you telling me that I have to come on the fix every time Microsoft makes a dumb decision in order for them to
Yeah.
reverse it?
that's correct.
You have the
You've got the touch.
right.
You've got the touch. You've always asked me to sing on this show.
There you go.
That's what you get.
That's what I like it. I love it.
Speaking of which, how the hell
Almost
did you guys convince Crusader to join you guys on this? Did you like acquire him for $200 and a Happy Meal? Like, what's the deal here?
The show that I was on went defunct.
It was an outreach program. They were like, y'all need some help, clearly.
right.
You need a guy who
yeah.
can push up his glasses and say, actually, and then go on about fucking computer specs for 45 minutes.
Actually,
Truly.
I told him you get an actually quota.
You were missing a demographic.
Yeah. I told him you get an actually quota per episode here, and he was like, "Oh, sign me up, son of a bitch." But no,
What the fuck am I now?
I don't know. I don't think I like that version of Crusader. I don't want to meet
Do I
that
make you
one.
feel
he's
disrespected?
like, "Son of a bitch, you had me at hello." But
That's
no,
right.
but no, Crusader. Me and Crusader is actually part of what
Oh,
we
we go
call
back a while.
we go back what we call the ES boys, the elite squad. So he's been my buddy for a while. So my reach is far, Assassin. My reach is far, man.
I know. When you said ES boys, I was like, is that an anagram for extra sexual boys or something? Like,
Ooh. I hope so. Shit.
Yeah, hey, ever sexed. How about that? We ever sexed. up.
We finally figured out what we can put behind the membership paywall. We can start posting toes.
There we go. Who wants to see
Yeah.
some bunions?
That's $1 per piggy. That's all I'm saying.
Let's get
Crusader. First $10. That's all 10 of Umbra's toes. The next $10 is mine. Crusader, you got to go 20 and up. You got to pay a Game Pass.
It's a premium,
fucking
baby.
Ultimate to get Crusader's toes.
That's
He's
right.
not comfortable with it, and also he's never cut them hose.
Yeah.
I remember you guys were talking, like, I think it was like a week or two ago, and you mentioned about Crusader and toes. I was like, I have a picture of toes. I might as well send it to.
Thank you. No one ever did. No one did. I would have been so mad. It would have been so
man.
funny. I would have been so
Yeah.
mad.
Oh my god. Remember, everybody, please send your feet pics to Crusader.
I know what I'm gonna do tonight.
Why is this now a reoccurring thing? Why is this a thing?
I've forgotten about it. You can blame Assassin for that shit.
The least kempt up, the better. The more like rusty and rustic they look, the better for him. Please send your talents his way. But let's get out of here. Assassin, thanks for joining us, brother, man. It has been a while. Always love to hear your takes and things. Tell the good folks where they can find you, man, and where they can listen to you if you're still doing the podcasting thing. It has been a while since I actually had a chance to visit a channel, if you know what I mean. So tell the good folks where they can find you.
You can find me on Twitter because I refuse to call it X. Assassin52. So the second A is a 4. If I could, I would actually pin my Twitter account to chat, but I'm not going to bother with that.
I'll add it later. I'll add it to the description later. Yeah.
I appreciate that. But if you like my takes as hot or as cold as Crusader said earlier, as they are, I am a part of the Renegade Realm podcast, hosted by the ever so lovingly Red Wolf Renegade. Every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I do the show with Red and DeMarco Duke. They both absolutely love Bethesda. I absolutely think that they've gone to shit as of late, but yeah, we talk about pretty much anything. Anything goes, whether it's games, whether it's just games, comics, TV shows, whatever we feel like we're in the mood to talk about. We just love talking about entertainment passionately.
There we go.
And hey, sometimes those talks can get sexual. It just depends.
Listen,
It depends if Lord of the Rings is part of the conversation, which I still have not watched those movies. So
that is
who knows?
insane that you have not. That's insane that you have not watched those.
I have not watched Lord of the Rings, the Matrix film.
What?
What?
No.
That's fucking wild to me.
Wow, you haven't seen the Matrix Part 1 is my favorite movie.
Dude, I
of
grew up
all
on
time.
Harry Potter and Percy Jackson books. I read those books in my closet.
If you like those movies, you're definitely gonna love Lord of the
touching
Rings.
that.
You're gonna love Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I can tell you that now. They're long though. They're like 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah.
But you're gonna love them.
Yeah, the Renegade Realm podcast every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Central. What did I just say? Eastern Central.
You did.
Eastern Standard Time
Yeah.
on Red Wolf Renegades channel. So check us out there.
There we go.
Por favor.
I got to make sure to put all that in your description for you and the links down below. Crusader, the good brother Crusader, tell the good folks what you'll be crusading on and what you'll be up to coming up and where they can find you.
So I
What
think
toes
the
you prefer?
Oh my god, the next big game that I think I'll be playing will be Outer Worlds 2. Maybe Ninja Gaiden. Not sure. I haven't played any other ones. I don't know if I'll hop right into 4 or not. But I'll be playing Minecraft with the boys for a while.
Nice.
You can find me at Crusader3456 on Twitter. My username on there, or my display name is Crusader the Second Elisar, which is in fact a Lord of the Rings reference.
Oh, wow.
So there is
Oh my
that, which is
God.
really funny that this has come up.
Get him out of here.
But yeah, great show tonight. Maybe I can eventually bully Umbra into putting my link tree in the in the description instead of I mean the things that are in there are good, but like the link tree has everything.
I'll try to
One
add
of these
that
days
tonight.
one of these days I'll actually remember to bully him to do it.
Bullying works, kids, remember.
True.
So
That's what we're doing to Microsoft right now.
absolutely.
Truly.
That image I posted for the thumbnail should be bullying enough. So Danny, my good brother,
Yes.
tell the good folks where you will be found and what you'll be up to.
You can find me at my other podcast, Ready Set Replay. It's a lot like this, but we talk about older retro stuff. So we're running
You started botting, Danny.
Dragoon.
There
Sometimes
you go.
my internet gets bad. Yeah, so we're doing Tron. We just put out Legend of Mana. We're doing Legend of Dragoon next, and we're rolling into a bunch of all the classics from the year 2000 right now. So if you have any interest in that, I would highly recommend you stop on by. Sometimes we have a lot of fun and we talk a lot of shit. So
It's a fun
From
show.
the
I like to
year
listen to it. I
2000.
don't have time to listen to it when it's live, but I do listen to it after the fact. It's fun.
we actually don't even go live. Yeah, it's just pre-recorded.
Oh, it is just pre-recorded? All right. Well, there you go.
There we go. There we go. And his link for that is in the
Yes.
chat. If you all could hit that and subscribe, that would be much appreciated. So listen, for myself, Infinite Umbra or Umbra Infinite, you'll find me either way on social media. Tuesday's the Xbox Factor, and here again on Thursday with us, and me, myself, and Crusader. Me, Danny, and Crusader. It's just me,
okay.
myself, and I.
You go much?
Imagine just 3 Umbras in here.
Right. So
That would be chaos.
it would be chaotic, yes.
You would somehow all disagree with each other.
We would all sing
Speaking of
too.
chaos,
It'll be like a quartet almost, right? We need one more, but
Yeah.
I'll get Crusader to jump in for that part to sing that. But yeah. But that said, also
You can
too,
expect it now. Why did I do it?
it is expected.
Horrible opinions, great harmonies.
speaking
Yes.
of chaos, Umbra, you might want to take a look at your Twitter when we're done.
Oh boy. What am I in
He's getting
store for?
canceled.
That said, guys. Now this would technically have been our 100th episode, but I did do the maths, if you will, and the maths showed that this was technically episode 99, because we had an episode that wasn't quite an episode. It was I think we were talking about a review, so I considered I'll slyly consider that a side project, if you will, evergreen. So the next episode we do will be the official 100th episode, even if it's 101. I don't care. We're gonna have people on here that you all would know. Hopefully Kay, hopefully Everborn, Paris, like if he can come through and show us a little bit of his time and spit some game to us. Yeah, that would
Got to drop that bass. It's gonna have a bass off when he walks in here.
that would be great. Like Paris, welcome to the Fix. How have you been? Yeah. Please share it with the folks. Yeah.
Was that your Paris impression?
That's my Paris. Yes.
It's like Paris by way of NPR.
He sounded more like. He didn't even sound like Paris to me. He sounded like Steve Harvey if he was like 50 years younger.
Steve Harvey.
What your ass say?
Hold on. This is
Oh, no, Steve Harvey does not sound like that.
this is Steve Harvey.
What your ass say?
Hey, he does some pretty good impressions on Family Feud. That's all I'm saying.
Survey said.
I wouldn't even know how to do a Steve Harvey impression because for me it's all face work. You know what I mean? It's all in the eyes.
I don't know where or why or when he overextends his W's. If you ever noticed, I think Family Guy made fun of that one time.
Sit on my face and then
right. But look, let's get out of here. You all have a good weekend.
What your ass say, Swell Tech?
Yeah. And we're going to get out of here, play some games, guys. Enjoy what you can. We are in hell, as Danny said, but let's look for heaven. Let's search for outer heaven. Shout out to MJ. I said let's search for outer heaven. You heard that, MJ? Give our show here a thumbs up and donate something in the chat later in the comment section. Anyway, see you guys later. We out.